bullpen yesterday, as we talked about. Not exactly the best. Long in the 10th inning was some of those little things that you look at, you say, okay, they're little things right now. Let's not allow them to become big things. And Cole Reagans yesterday, he was just a guy yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a guy yesterday. He wasn't anything special yesterday, and we need him to be that special pitcher, right? We need him to be that Cy Young Award-winning candidate. Otherwise, we're not going to get the results that we want this year. And so you have one game in, a lot of bad taste in the mouth for a lot of people, but that's the way opening day works every year, regardless of what kind of season it is, regardless of what city you're in, regardless of what team you root for. You look at opening day as a major milestone in the season, and now they take a deep breath. They have today off. They'll play over the weekend, probably take 2 out of 3 from Cleveland. We'll be sitting here 2-1 on Monday morning, and everybody will be very happy, with where this ball club is and what they're going to do. And so now you just got to, you hit the reset button today. All right, all that's behind us, all that pomp and circumstance, that amazing long reception line that everybody had to run through yesterday where you come out of the tunnel, you turn right, then you got to go all the way back left and shake everybody's hand. I didn't realize they had 17 pitching specialists on the team and all that kind of stuff.
Great job to have.
So, yeah, I get whatever that does. And so you had the receiving line and all that kind of stuff yesterday, all the pomp, the circumstance, all of that. You got off to Vinny Pasquantino was fantastic yesterday. MVP candidate right now. The number one MVP candidate in Major League Baseball has to be Vinny Pasquantino at this point in time. So that was a good thing yesterday. It was great to see Salvi yesterday. It was great to be at the ballpark yesterday, see that 600-pound flag and all the bunting and a stale pretzel. But other way, hey, it was just a fantastic afternoon at the ballpark, except for the result on the field. And they got 161 other ones to get this thing back.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
All right, coming up on the other side, we'll get into our overreactions. And has the clock already started? You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty
What the hell's wrong with your station?
on Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, as we head into the weekend, you want to have a great weekend, right? You want to have a weekend that you can remember. But if you suffer from ED, it could be a bad weekend for you because ED is a terrible condition. It causes stresses in relationships, it creates anxiety and undue hardships on a man, and often on their partner as well. Yet many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. The good news is Heartland Men's Health is here, and they have treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%, and some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men right here in Kansas City. So schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Plus, they have an expert staff on hand, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and their new office in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hy-Vee's new fresh fried donuts are pure melt-in-your-mouth happiness with icing on top. Fresh out of the fryer every morning, you'll fall in love at first bite. Mix and match your favorite glazed donuts, donut holes, fritters, twists, cream-filled Long John, sprinkles, and gourmet delights. Pick up a dozen today. You'll be the hero of the morning meeting, queen of the book club, classroom parent of the year. Sweeten someone's day with decadent fresh fried donuts only from Hy-Vee.
The last thing I want to do this March is get off the couch during the tournament to get food. So I'm letting Hy-Vee come to me. Hy-Vee makes it so easy. With their aisles online, I can order my groceries right from my phone and never miss a play. Just download the app or go to Hy-Vee.com and choose your store and select your items. Hy-Vee does all the shopping for me. All I have to do is pick up my order or have it delivered to my home. Save time, save money, and see every buzzer beater. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We can be twinsies.
to
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. Here's the best part. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Not happy? They'll come back between visits to make it right. Don't wait. Head to truegreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
You better get the Grass Pad's own crabgrass control solution. Don't let that crabgrass take hold of the yard. Get the Grass Pad's prevent defense and hit 'em fast and hard. You'll see nary a crabgrass, and brother, that's a fact. So come on down to the Grass Pad and give those weeds a whack. Come on down to the Grass Pad. The Grass Pad's high on grass.
Rob Site Ford. Non-commissioned staff, low prices, best trade-ins, and the biggest selection. Visit robsite.com. 2025 is the year Rob Site Ford makes history. With non-commissioned sales staff, the lowest prices on brand new Fords, best trade-in values, and the biggest selection, we've got it all. Visit Rob Site Ford, the top-rated Ford dealership on Google. robsite.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
I think we're going to have to burn some sage. I think I'm a curse.
Is that what people want? They want me to bring in the sage? Are we going to sage again?
Well, we got a joke from the text line for the 913. Dusty, stop attending big KC sporting events.
Yeah, Super
You're
Bowl and
cursing
opening
us.
day. You suck,
Yeah.
Dusty. Yeah, it's all Dusty's fault.
It is, dude. I take full blame. I'll be your fall guy.
It was Dusty's fault the Chiefs, looked like that in the Super Bowl.
100%.
Dusty's fault that Hunter Renfrow played yesterday.
Dusty's fault that Hunter Dickinson sucks.
Yeah, that is true. But you didn't attend that game.
Dusty's fault that, Caleb Grill couldn't hit a three
That's
after,
true.
February 1st.
What is the deal with the name Hunter in this town?
I don't
Hunter
know.
Dickinson, Hunter
Yeah.
Renfrow,
Yeah.
Hunter Dozier.
Start, bench, cut.
Well, let's do it real fast. So you can weigh in on the text line. Start, bench, cut Hunters in this town. Dozier, Renfrow, Hunter Dickinson. I think I'm cutting Hunter Dickinson. I've never seen an athlete in this town be so just destroyed by people like Hunter Dickinson.
Give it a couple more games in right field.
Maybe.
But we saw what happened to Dozier.
Yeah.
That guy had a sandwich, and then even the restaurant was like, goodbye.
Yeah, like he was gone. Yeah, fast. But
Is Joe Randa still around?
He's around somewhere, I think. Yeah,
We'll have
he's
an
still living in
average
town.
Joe.
Yeah. Hey, I'd take Joe Randa any day of the week at
Hey,
third
his
base.
son's our
Man.
producer.
I know, it looks just like him. But Joe was great. Joe was the perfect type of player. He was a good player, but he didn't need to be a star player. But you could count on him to get like really just a good baseball player. Right?
I mean, I had a great day yesterday. I had a home run in my first at bat at Yankee Stadium.
You did? How about that? I saw that.
How about that?
And how about that yesterday? Speaking of overreactions, like first home run leading off a game by a catcher since 1900 in Major League Baseball. That's older than me, for God's sakes. I mean, 1900? We're talking 125 years since the last time a catcher led off opening day with a home run, man. How wild was that? And then you had, there was another one yesterday. The dude hitting his sixth opening day home run.
O'Neill.
Oh, my God. 6 straight opening days with a homer.
Just follow Big Cat, man. He'll tell you where to bet. He put a ton of money on it, and it hit 6 straight.
Isn't that crazy?
Some guys are just, some guys are like that, man. It's just weird how that works, right?
And they opened in Canada, and he's a Canadian, so he got the opportunity to do that up there, which is kind of cool.
Could have been a Royal.
Yeah, could have been a Royal. So are we writing off the Blue Jays at this point in time, too, after they got their clock cleaned?
Line said, can we just play the Blue Jays on opening day every year?
Every year. Let's go. Toronto.
You don't want to play the White Sox. They're going to win the Central.
White Sox are on pace to be 162-0 at this point in time.
They won 8-1.
8-1 yesterday.
Although I thought it was cool in their locker room. They got Volpe, or whatever his name is. What's their manager's name?
Will Venable.
Venable, yeah. They soaked him in like water and champagne for his first win as a manager.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool,
right? Yeah, because they're only going to get 40 more of those.
There's not many more. You better enjoy them while they come.
No doubt. So
you play Anaheim on your opener. Anaheim versus Chicago. Boy, you talk about the lead weight right there, right?
And Mike Trout's already hurt.
And Trout's hurt. Yeah.
I don't know if he's hurt like for a while, or for any time, but I know he got hit right in the hand. This is how you know you have bad luck. They put him in bubble wrap. They put his hands all padded, everything.
But you saw the new City Connect uniforms are bubble wrap this year.
No, they're butt wrap because they're the Angels.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cannabis. Literally on the television.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I just look. I mean, I get it. It's opening day. Everybody's, so excited. You were up 3-0. Vinny hits a home run.
I sent the game over text to 3-0 when Vinny hit that home run. Who wasn't feeling it at that time, right?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was jacked up. I mean, we're high-fiving everybody. Everybody's having a good time.
Maloney spilling beer all over everybody yesterday. Rob, I hope you made it home safe, my man. I sent an I love you text and didn't hear back last night, so I'm just, I'm hoping you're okay. I guarantee you Rob Maloney fell asleep. Yeah. This guy, you want to talk about great court holders of the world. This gentleman was holding some serious court yesterday.
Mm-hmm. But seriously, Dusty, when's the last time KC game you attended that we won?
AFC Championship game? Did you go? You didn't go to that one.
Nope.
Did you go to the divisional play? Nope, they didn't go to that one. Well, you went to the playoff games here.
I went to the playoff games because I had to.
Yeah.
But yeah, lost to the Yankees at home. They got beat.
You haven't been to a winning game in a long time.
Maybe I just need to keep my ass at home.
Oh, my God. I think Dusty,
I go play golf with my friend Mike. He plays terrible when I'm with him. When I'm not with him, he plays great. Like,
you ever watch,
I have a problem.
You ever watch the movie A Bronx Tale?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Mac, have you ever seen it? No, of course not. It's. I shouldn't say that. I don't watch movies myself. But this is an all-time classic. Go home and watch it this weekend with a young Robert De Niro, Bobby D, they call him. It's a great mob movie. But there's this one guy, and I think his name is like Mumbles or something or whatever. And the guy is just a total oaf, and every time he's around, people get their ass, kicked, right? They lose money, the craps games go bad, and they stick this guy in a closet. They make him sit in the closet anytime gambling's going on. That's going to be for you, okay? We're going to put you in a closet, not let you out until these teams start winning.
From the 816, it's Dusty's fault. We thought it would be fine without getting an outfield bat. Start, bench, cut, Dusty, cut him. Just kidding, Billy. We love you.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. I'll lean into it. Hey, if I'm bad luck, just text in all day. 913-586-7965. When's the next sporting event I should be able to go to? Because Mac and I are going to be at Hollywood Casino tonight for the Royals, and you'll be there for the Royals. I don't know if Mac's going to sit down at the blackjack table with me.
Well, I got cleaned out in Las Vegas last weekend, so my gambling funds are done at this point in time.
Till next year.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
like Andy Reid, Coach of the Year.
Yeah, well, I'm talking at the tables is what I'm talking about. I got my clock cleaned out there in Las Vegas,
You're like
but
Clark
everybody
Griswold
does.
in Vegas Vacation.
It's pretty much that way. Yeah.
What can I do with $5?
Yeah.
Buy a bullet and rent a gun. Changing 500.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it was for me. You guys go up to bed. I'm gonna sit at the table here for a minute. Literally a minute. Done. We're gonna put you in a closet like I think his name is Mumbles or whatever it was on a Bronx Tale, and that was perfectly awesome. But yeah, you haven't been to a winning sporting event in a while,
home.
right? Yeah,
that's gonna
it's not Dusty's fault.
Beneficial for me.
Yeah.
I guess I'll save some money.
Save some dough.
Yeah, so Dusty is the next bad luck Chuck.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go, Dusty. Way to go. But we'll take your opening day overreactions, too, on the text line, because we were texting them back and forth, and it's fun. I mean, I'll just read one of the texts that I got from a buddy of mine yesterday who is a chronic overreactor with everything. Like, this guy overreacts to life at
Is
times.
he the one that just texted that says Missouri is bad luck? That's why they need to move to Kansas.
119th and all.
Yeah,
See you there
Mac,
in a few
just go to the
years.
station's website and say, should this guy be allowed to go to any more Kansas City sporting events? Yes or no, and put my face on it. You have full permission.
Put the Twitter poll up. Should this guy be and use this picture up here where he's looking sideways.
We're on 400 pounds, hitting you with the blue steel.
So here's the text I get yesterday at 5:58 p.m. 12 hours ago.
Oh wow!
Knee-jerk reactions. I'm like, all right, here we go. MJ, Isbell, and Renfro don't belong. The bullpen stinks, and we're lucky to be 500 this year.
Okay. Relax, as Drew Nixon would say.
I mean, so that was one of the text messages that I received yesterday.
From the 816, Dusty's only allowed to go to the Pro Bowl.
Here's a good one right now. Is it me, or does Isbell look overmatched every at-bat? I said he looked overmatched in a lot yesterday.
Double yesterday.
The response was, they need anything better. I'll take Paulo Orlando right now.
Paulo. What did Rex Hudler call him?
Find the Rex Hudler audio. I think actually I have that somewhere. Yeah, let me see here. Orlando.
Golly. But no, I hope you had fun yesterday for everybody that went to the game. It's still, it's awesome. It's always a good time to go to opening day and have fun and hear the crack of the bat and the smells and watch Vinny Pasquantino hit a 3-run home run, and then it just completely got dissipated.
That Vinny home run was awesome, too, man.
It just kept going. It kept going.
So the trick is for all the fans who scream every time there's a fly ball, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. And this isn't anything new, I don't think. Watch the outfielders, right? Just watch the outfielders. That's when you know if it's going to be a home run. You know if it's going to be a fly ball. You watch the outfielders. If they're, like, in position to make the play, then it's not a home run. But if they're drifting and drifting and drifting and drifting like the dude in right field was yesterday when he just ran out of room, that ball just kept going and go. I didn't think it was gone at first, right? And then I'm watching the outfielder in right field because that's kind of where I was standing yesterday, and the guys were drifting back. I'm like, oh, this is going to go. This is going to go. Oh, this is gone. And it was like halfway through the bullpen, too. I mean, that was a hell of a shot by Vinny Pasquantino. Look, Vinny needs to stay healthy this year, man. Like, Bobby Witt Jr. is your Patrick Mahomes, and there's no argument about that. But Vinny Pasquantino is your Travis Kelce, and you need both of those guys to be going in this lineup for this team to have that success. And to see Vinny coming off that brief injury that he had and the only DHing yesterday, and sometimes that has an effect on people. He was great yesterday. Vinny Pasquantino should be everybody's favorite player after Bobby Witt, man. That guy is really, really good.
Is it an overreaction that you should just let him DH more often than play first?
No, I don't think that's an overreaction.
I mean, I know that you're going to have Kevin Biggio out there, but you could have Caglione there, or you could have him in right field. You could have him in left field. Paul Orlando is the base running coach for Team Brazil for the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, that's right, he is. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Paulo was great, man.
Yeah, we love Paulo Orlando.
That dude was like a giraffe with speed.
Yeah, he was.
His hips went all the way to like his sternum. That's how long his legs were.
Yeah.
That guy was great.
Yeah, we got to find that Rex Hudler cut, Mac, about Paulo
Probably
Orlando.
got completely deleted from our system when we lost everything.
Probably.
That was
the third time?
Yeah. Would that have been like 2013?
Well, 14, 15, somewhere in that realm, yeah. Was he on the 15? I don't think he was on the 15 team, but he was definitely on the 14 team.
Was 14 like Alex Rios and all those guys? And
Rios was 15.
Rios is 15. Nori Aoki was 14 because he got hit in the cods.
Yeah, he did.
On a fly ball in Toronto.
Yeah.
One of the best videos I've ever seen.
It was fantastic. But your opening day, kind of reactions, has Reagan's lost his stuff, right? I mean, that's a reaction that everybody's having yesterday, right? As Cole Reagan, because he was just a guy yesterday, nothing spectacular yesterday. Vinny Pasquantino, we kind of talked about. Renfro, we talked about. Melendez, we kind of talked about. Top 5 bullpen, Vern told us yesterday. Didn't look like a top 5 bullpen yesterday, but that bullpen has to be good, right? Like, those are the little things, again, with this organization that you have to be good at. It is those little things. And that was, to me, again, the concerning point yesterday. Is like the little things weren't great yesterday.
And I think Hunter Harvey has to change his name. You got to get rid of the Hunter.
You got to get rid of the Hunter, yeah.
Just go by, Harvey Two-Face. Go by something different than that, man.
Harvey.
Yeah.
It was good to see him look good, though.
Who'd have thought that Hunter Fieri would have been the best Hunter going right now? Oh, Dolly, I'm hot today.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, all these guys with the name Hunter, you got to go, man.
Yeah, there's a Hunter reference. But yeah, no, I thought Harvey looked okay. I thought Irseg looked all right, and I thought Estevez looked good. That should be your bullpen.
Yeah.
Now, it's not ideal for them, but yeah, Zerpa comes in, obviously, we saw what happened there.
Immediately
first
getting
pitch,
slapped.
First pitch, home run.
Yep.
Now, that guy had a day at the plate that he gave it up to.
For sure.
But again, like, that's a high leverage situation that's, going to be remembered. And I don't think this game matters. But I think that as we did last year, missing the division by what? We lost the division by one game?
No.
Or it was more than that?
Yeah, it was more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way,
yeah,
you had early losses in the season that you can go back to, and you can be like, damn, if we'd have won those 2 games, we'd be in a better position, and we shouldn't have lost those games.
It's amazing how the early games truly stick out, because you can go back to May and June and go, boy, if we just won 2 games here. But people don't remember them. They remember the early games of the season because it's fresh, it's new, and people are excited. That's why we still talk about that Baltimore series last year, right? When the Royals went to Baltimore, and they blew a couple of games with the bullpen, and was it Will Abbott or whoever it was in the bullpen, Will Smith or whatever, he said, I'm not the closer anymore, and took himself out of that role, and we all applauded him for that, right? Hey, congratulations, you realize, you're Gil Mesh. And so,
that's bigger than most people think.
I agree.
To have a guy wait for everybody to get out of the locker room and stick around and then go see your manager, be like, hey, I ain't got it, man.
Yeah, I'm not pulling my weight today. So you had that in Baltimore last year, and people talked about that all year because it was early in the season. Once the season gets going and life happens and summer happens and things go this way and things go that way, people start to forget the minutia of the day-to-day baseball kind of stuff, right? I get that. That's life. And the beginning of the season, though, is fresh in everybody's mind. There's no college basketball team for anybody to root for right now. There's really nothing else going on in the sports world. We're 27 days away from the draft. So this is top of mind. People remember the early games, and it's tough for people to forget those early memories and then have people kind of change their perception for you right now. And I think there's a lot of people yesterday in the outfield that have to change their perception. I just don't know if all 3 of them can do that.
6.5 games is what the text line's saying that we lost the division.
That was it. Yeah.
6.5?
Yeah.
And you blew like 4 saves in the first month of the season.
Yeah, it happens early,
Again, I think this team's going to be fine. I think they're going to win 87 to 89 games. I think they're going to be all right. I mean, Detroit played the Dodgers yesterday. You could have played them to start the season off.
Yeah.
But look, they could go out there and Lugo could stop the bleeding after one game and go out there and shove, and all of a sudden you win the next game on Saturday, and then you win Sunday, you won the series. Now on Monday we're going, this team might win the World Series.
Yeah, right.
Like
Lugo's got to be like the Little League dad that he looked like yesterday when he was getting honored before the game. Like I looked at him, I go, that's a Little League coach right there, right? That you got to be the dad of the rotation, be the adult in the room, be that veteran guy and say, all right, yesterday stunk, no doubt about it. But you know what? Tomorrow's not going to stink, and we got this thing, and we're going to handle this. And that's the thing with Q, too. It's not like if this was Matheny yesterday, they'd be out running wind sprints this morning.
Geez.
Yeah, so I mean, look, it was a tough loss, I think is the way it is. Like if you lose that game 3-1 and Ramirez hits a 2-run shot in the third and you hit a solo shot from Bobby and it's 2-1, and then all of a sudden you lose the game 3-1, like everyone's like, all right, whatever. But it was like how they lost it. Like you had the game in your hand.
Right.
It was right there. You had first and third, nobody out, and your base running specialist in Blanco gets in a rundown, which causes Isbell to freak out at second, and then he gets out, and then you have a man at second and 2 outs with your best player at the plate. If Blanco just runs through, like Q had said in his press conference at the end of the game, then Isbell's just like, okay, I'm going to stay put, and then you have India and Isbell at first and second with Bobby Witt Jr. up with 1 out.
And then you got Vinny Pasquantino, you got Salvador Perez,
Right.
you got that kind of, that heart of your lineup ready to rock and roll, and I think that's a good spot. But once you run out of the bases like that, you screw yourself.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider, and Cade Smith makes quick work of the best threesome in the American League. Witt, Pasquantino, and Perez, and it's 4-3 Guardians.
So you left the best threesome in the American League, according to the Cleveland broadcast, standing there with the bat in their hand because you ran out of an inning. The best threesome in the American League, according to Tom Hamilton, who I think is the best in the business.
And the Royals really botched that.
Yeah, they did.
Took one game to get us a Denny sounder, and there it is.
Yeah, one
The
game.
Royals really botched that.
So,
it is what it is.
Do you ever on X use the feature called Grok? G-R-O-K.
Is that where you asking a question?
Yeah. So I was, out yesterday, killing time between the multiple soccer games yesterday. And so I'm like, I've never played around with this Grok thing, so I just figured, what the hell, right? So I asked the Grok how many wins they expect the Royals to get this year. What do you guys think Grok said? Now, Grok is AI, for those who don't know. It generates all that kind of stuff. How right it is, who the hell knows? What do you think Grok said? This was after the game yesterday.
And the question is again, what now?
I said, how many games will the Royals win this year?
And Grok said 85.
What 82. Do you think? You nailed it.
Really?
Yeah, 85. 85 wins, which is one less than a season ago. I know. You're never going to be able to. They got to win 10 in a row for you to be able to go to the ballpark, I think,
what's
right?
the Royals record got to be before I can put my feet in Kauffman Stadium again? Is that the baseball bit? Dusty just can't go to games?
You can't go until the Royals are like 10 over 500 or something like that.
Damn it.
That could be a lot, though. I mean, 10 over 500, that's a lot. It is. I say 5 over 500.
Yeah, I was going to say if we don't have like 14 wins through our first 20 games, 13 wins through our first 20 games.
Yankees? What are you, the Dodgers over there?
We're gonna go 14-6.
I mean, if we don't go 13-7 to start the season,
I mean, the Chiefs don't start 12-0. I don't want to see you at Arrowhead.
I'm getting rid of a curse here, guys.
I mean, come on.
The 913 texts in. The Central Division is going to come down to the 6 through 9. Both Royals and Guardians are terrible. By the way, longtime Guards fan here. For the first time, I am scared of the Royals bullpen.
Yeah, it was one bad day.
Yeah.
It was. And that's the thing about baseball is that like one play like what Zerpa did can just like it's like a
but
gut
that could
punch.
derail everything,
it's a gut
you know?
punch.
That's where you got to be tough mentally, right? That baseball is such a mental game. And if you don't have that mental toughness and if you don't have the ability to forget, you're screwed. You really are,
But
man.
let's look at the positives, right? Vinny Pasquantino.
Yep.
The hamstring, fine.
He was great. He's great. He's fun.
The other thing is that team fought.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Oh,
Clase
yeah.
who finished second in the Cy Young Award last year, and they were absolutely all over him.
Yep.
Every first pitch I think they swung at, and they were active.
Good scouting. Good advanced scouting there.
Yeah,
Swing.
The Royals lost. That was a good game, right? Sorry
Great
about
game.
your under. The other thing that you can look at is Lively wasn't supposed to pitch.
Right.
So everything that you had studied before that game on Bybee just out the window. And it's like, everybody get in the basement. Come on. It's almost like a tornado drill, right? It's like, get in here. We got to look at Lively now. And, you know, that's what you had to do.
Blake was good yesterday, too.
Yeah, Blake Lively looked good.
But see, here's the thing, though. That guy should have looked good yesterday because the Royals weren't expecting him yesterday. That guy should have had an advantage yesterday because they were preparing up until, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. yesterday.
Oh, and they had done it the night before.
Right, yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Up until, they've been preparing basically for the last week to face Tanner Bybee. And then he gets the bubble guts, and he's pooping all over the place or whatever it is, and got food poisoning, which I wouldn't wish on anybody. The good news is it's 24 hours and it's done. It'll get out of the system. But now he pitches, Saturday, right? So now you've got to face Tanner Bybee again, which you were preparing for anyway. And then you get, all of a sudden, here comes, Blake Lively into the game yesterday. So that guy should have had the advantage. There's no question he should have had the advantage yesterday.
I want to know what Bybee ate because it wasn't here.
Well, they flew in on Wednesday, right? They worked out Wednesday. Yeah, it was probably something here.
Yeah. Or it was something on the flight.
Or on the flight.
That's what my guess is something on the flight.
Yeah.
Want an overreaction from a listener?
Yeah, absolutely.
That game decided my decision on getting the FanDuel app. It was a win or lose. If they won, I was getting the app. If they lost, not getting it.
Really? I saw somewhere the app crashed.
Oh, yeah, it did. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Not
Tough Fridays.
Yeah. But
seriously. Hot corner.
That's determining whether or not you want to watch the team. There's 161 more games. Like, you can't let yesterday. We have a bad taste. No doubt. It happens.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy Games of the K.
Yeah.
From the 913, no, you just can't go to the big special KC games. And then from the 913, I believe in you, Dusty. I think you need to get back out there on Saturday. I mean, you better check with your people out there. I'm bad luck, dude.
You go out on Saturday, they go 0-2, man. You are public enemy number one. We're on
news.
FM now, brother.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, they're listening.
Yeah, it can't happen. I got to stay home. I gotta burn some sage. I gotta, do some yoga. I gotta sacrifice something. Not an animal. I love animals too much.
We're not sacrificing, burning, keeping Dusty out. It's one game.
I'll sacrifice like a horsefly. I'll pull its wings off and let it sit there.
Ooh, yeah, or a mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice every one of those things.
Yeah.
Those suck.
Our backup catcher is better hitter than MJ and Hunter.
Hard to argue that one.
He's right.
I mean, did you hear the ovation Freddie Fermin got yesterday?
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, after he was finished with the receiving line, the fans were still clapping for him. It was awesome. Like,
doubt.
Freddie
Heck
Fermin
yes.
got one of the best ovations yesterday.
And then it was like, and Kevin Biggio. Who? Yeah, so, coming up on the other side, we have a question that we want to know the answer to. How did you watch the game yesterday? And there are also still problems with the sport of baseball when it comes to consuming it via the eyeball. We get to it on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
What's up, Kansas City? This is Jonathan India here, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
All right, I'll tell you what, it is time to get the underdog out. We got baseball, we got basketball, we got all kinds of great stuff going on right now. And Underdog is one of the leading sports apps, and you can play now in the state of Missouri. If you want to win up to 1,000 times your money, you can with Underdog. To play, choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats: strikeouts, home runs, hits, and more. And they've got all of your favorite leagues and teams and stars to choose from. And if you're like me, you'll love combining bets over the course of different games, different leagues, different sporting events that are going on. You can create entries with baseball, or you can mix and match across all of the sports. And you can play with as little as $1. And if you get everything right, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So turn $1 into 1,000 just with your sports knowledge. So download the Underdog app now and sign in with the promo code BOB to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus credits when you make your first deposit. That's promo code BOB to get up to 1,000 in bonus credits instantly upon first deposit. Must be 18 and over and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Spring cleaning is upon us, but there's one meaningful box that you don't throw away when cleaning out your closet. It's the box filled with your family's important videotapes, film reels, and photos. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box over a decade ago to help families organize and update their analog media to digital.
Legacy Box is simple and easy. It works and is safe. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box.
And Legacy Box has been featured in Good Housekeeping, The Today Show, and Rachel Ray.
Legacy Box is like magic, converting your shoebox of memories to the cloud or thumb drive, ready to watch and share.
Declutter your closet by digitizing your media. Become more organized and accomplished, knowing your family's recorded past is safe forever. Take advantage of our spring cleaning sale going on now. It's the easiest task to check off your to-do list.
For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/value to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/value to get our $9 offer. legacybox.com/value.
I found a fountain of youth down there at QC Kinetics.
That's Henry Hinton, feeling like his young, active self again after treatments at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine.
I still have trouble walking down steps as I get older. I've had one treatment so far, and I can already tell a difference in my knee.
And that treatment at QC Kinetics used Henry's own natural healing properties, concentrated and placed right at the source of the pain. So Henry and patients just like him will enjoy long-term relief without surgery or downtime.
My knee is not hurting. I remember I was walking down some steps yesterday, and I thought, wow, this is not hurting when I walk down steps. I'm all in on it. I'm all in on QC Kinetics.
It's time to wind back the clock to days without constant joint pain. Start with a call to QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. 816-412-6299.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Will new tariffs impact small businesses? Rising costs and economic uncertainty can hurt your bottom line. But with Swish Funding, your business can stay strong. We offer fast, flexible funding solutions from $10,000 to $2 million for working capital, cash flow, and more, and as little as 24 hours with no collateral needed. If your business earns at least $50,000 per month and has been around for over a year, you could qualify today. Go to swishradio.com and use code RADIO. Swishradio.com, code RADIO.
Brought to you by Urban Air.
Urban Air is where fun takes flight. With our awesome attractions, it's always an adventure. Visit urbanair.com today to find your local park and book your tickets, membership, or birthday. Urban Air, let them fly. Attractions vary by park.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 westbound starting to slow a bit past 40 Highway. 71 northbound filling in between 75th and Gregory. Kansas side things move well. 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Dumb Luck Dusty here on 96.5 The Fan with Fescoe and Mac as well. From the 816, Dusty made Joe Boo angry. From the 816, Dusty can go to anything involving KU as far as I'm concerned. Dusty, I trust you more at the K than Hunter Renfrow.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Because
you sure about that?
Well, I think Hunter Renfrow has more of an impact on the game than you do. No offense or anything like that, but I think he has more of an impact on what can happen on the field than you do.
Yeah,
I saw Dusty throw a first pitch last year. It looked
pretty
like
good.
It looked better than
much better than that long
Renfrow.
guy in the 10th yesterday, right?
Yikes.
I still love extra innings and the way they do it, man. It is
Me
great.
too.
I know we lost it yesterday, but just watching the extra innings and seeing that guy and knowing that the game is going to be over fast either way. And then if you're the home team and you hold the opposition, then, man, you just play for that one run. You just bunt the guy over, hope for a sac fly, and finish this thing off, man. It's great. I love it, man. I love the way that baseball has evolved and has changed and has the pitch clock. And there was a pitch yesterday with Reagan's at the beginning of the game, and everybody's like, oh, that's a strike. And we're sitting kind of up in the middle level, and nobody can see, right? You don't know. And I'm like, challenge it. And Jen goes, that was only spring training. I'm like, damn, that ABS would be so good in Major League Baseball right now. People would absolutely go crazy for it if they started to do that in the regular season games, because it changes games. Like, what if one of those strikes yesterday or balls for that Reagan's too early on was a strike, and you were able to challenge that? How does that change the whole mindset of Cole Reagan's at that point in time? You know, you're not pressing as much.
Yeah, I was wondering like when they're going to implicate that into the big league
next
game.
year at the earliest, I think, which is a fail by Major League Baseball. See, this is where the commissioner needs to put his big boy pants on and say, all right, I'm the commissioner at least for another half year until I screw up this TV thing even more, and I'm going to implement the ABS system. Like, I think the commissioner has like a magic wand where he can, like, you know, kind of do executive orders and that kind of thing. They should have the way that it worked in spring training, guys, was seamless. I can't stress it enough how awesome it was. And yesterday, if you have that in the game and there's a pitch that was close early on for Cole Reagan's, maybe Salvi could have challenged it. Got it looked up at the screen. Oh, yeah, it really was a strike. And then Cole Reagan's is feeling better. Like, one pitch does make a big difference. I know people don't want to look at it that way, but one pitch can turn into 2, can turn into 5, and all of a sudden you're very frustrated on the mound because you're not getting the calls that you believe you should be getting from the umpire.
I mean, there was at least one pitch that was outside that Bobby wanted to tap his cap and couldn't. It's just like, damn it, dude. Why not?
Right. For hitters as well, not just Cole Reagan's. Yeah, absolutely. It messes you up when he missed that call. Like, you guys have been mad at times, right? And you get frustrated, and then that affects everything else that you do.
And
you can't get it back for a while. That happens in sports all the time. When a referee misses a call, it does have an impact on that. But to be able to challenge that and get that call correct, that would be great. Baseball, get that in the regular season.
Somebody says Bobby's first strikeout was a ball.
That's what I'm referring. Yeah, that was
that one. Yeah,
that was what I'm referring to. Yep.
Yeah.
And then from the 314, when does Double A start so we can get our CAGs watch started?
I think this weekend or Monday or so, like really quick. I mean, there's not a lot of time wasted for that. I think it starts on Monday or Tuesday.
Am I allowed to go to Jack Cagliano's debut?
Absolutely.
No. Okay.
No,
absolutely. Okay.
Dusty drives to Arkansas, and Cags is out for the year.
Oh my
That would be really bad. That'd be so sad.
I turn in my resignation.
I can't do this anymore.
I'm out, man.
Yeah, that would be it for you. You'd be on your way. You know?
Yeah,
You'd
no.
ruin the future and the current, and the present and the current and the Sporting KC. Have you been going out to their games recently?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
no.
they stink. I don't think the fans are real happy with
Oh, really?
Sporting KC.
Damn.
Yeah,
I think the
So-
Burmese clock has started.
It may be. Yeah,
May.
it may be. Yeah, it may be going.
Go
right
read
now,
Sporting
right?
KC Reddit if you're ever bored.
Oh, well, I must be really bored if I'm going to do that.
Or just talk to Rob Britton. He's the soccer guy. Like, what's your thought on the clock starting for Peter Vermees? Oh, that started last year, bud.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah, he's not a pal. He's a bud.
He's a bud.
He's a
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
But no, I'm interested to know what happened with the game yesterday. How you watched it? Because Mac and I were walking out yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I might go to Maloney's," and I was like, "Yeah."
Maloney came to the
I was like, I
ballpark
think Maloney's
yesterday.
to the game.
He may still be there. I
But
don't know.
I'd been to Mac's house, and a lot of similarities with mine and his with like the patio setting. I was like, dude, you have a TV, put it out on your patio, enjoy your garage time, go get you a little sixer, and then, when the wife comes home, she joins you, then you make dinner, and then you go watch college basketball. You have to go anywhere, you have to drive anywhere,
Yeah,
you have to
it's
worry about
nice,
Uber anywhere.
yeah.
And then I texted him, I was like, so how was the setup? He's like, dude, you nailed it. I was like, I know you're 10 years younger than I am, but I've been 26, almost 27 before. There's no better feeling than that. When
Yeah.
it's
Great.
that
It
nice
was awesome.
outside.
Beautiful day yesterday. Like the outside TVs are probably going up this weekend.
I
you
mean,
know?
they have
get the
to.
outdoor
Yeah.
patio ready and
Heck
all that
yes.
kind of stuff.
You
Start
might wait
that.
until about Tuesday.
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Sunday's going to blow.
Oh, literally.
I mean, like chunks. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be bad. Like just east of here too. Like from St. Louis on east. I mean, it's tornadoes. It is hail. It is wicked weather on Sunday. But Saturday's supposed to be beautiful, right? Saturday's supposed to be a nice day. So
Somebody says Sporting KC hasn't won in 190 days. I don't know if that's factual, but that's a text.
well,
that
if
you
that's
gotta
I'm
take.
gonna respect the text on that one. I'll
Yeah.
buy that.
Okay, 190 days.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But no, watching the game yesterday was with some of the Odyssey people. Carrington and I sat next to each other. I was wondering if he's going to make the game. He did. He actually stole my peanuts.
Oh,
Yep, they threw him in the. They were throwing him in the crowd.
like the free peanuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his 6'3" ass reached over and picked him.
Oh well, he got in front of you. He didn't steal.
He
them.
got position.
Yeah, he boxed you
He
out.
Trent
He had his
McDuffied
daughter
me.
there. He had to do that for her.
Yeah, little lady got. He gave him he gave him the kid behind us, which was so perfect.
Oh, God.
He gave him the kid. he gave him the kid behind us because he brought peanuts in, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's Carrington, but he brought peanuts in. He caught him, stole them from me, which is funny at the time, and then turned around, and gives the kid. He goes, "Oh, I hate peanuts. Here you go, mom."
Jeez.
I was like, "That's what you get, Carrington." So no, he's going to be on one today on the drive. I can't wait to listen to him because him and I were sitting next to each other, and for about 5 minutes, he just kept saying the same line. What is Hunter Renfrow doing?
Yeah, well, I think
what is
everybody.
Kyle Isbell doing?
Everybody was uttering those lines at some point yesterday. And if you tried to watch the game, were you able to watch it yesterday? Because MLB TV was down yesterday. And
somebody from the 913 says, I'll say this, the new FanDuel Sports Network app worked great for me.
Okay, great.
From the 816, I watched it on the old Bally channel on DirecTV. I guess it's the FanDuel channel now.
Right, yeah.
And then another one said, I would still tip my cap just to let the umpires know that you're watching, and I disagree.
or you look at the umpire and you go, next year I'm challenging
Next
that
year.
there, Rocco.
Knowing those like egotistical
Oh,
umpires,
they hurl you out of the game so fast.
quick.
Yeah.
They're so egotistical.
They really are. So
somebody say it because I didn't see the game from where I was at from behind the plate. So I'm not on the TV. Did the home plate umpire have a rough day yesterday?
I thought so from the middle deck.
Yeah.
Middle deck, not Maloney's deck, but the middle deck.
The middle level there, yeah, watching Maloney entertain the crowd. But no,
I was a little wider.
It seemed like people were not happy with
Little
the balls and
inconsistent
strikes
here and there for sure.
and all that
From the
kind of stuff.
660 DirecTV worked great.
Yeah, it did. I had the DirecTV app because we had to leave early to go to my daughter's first high school game last night, which was wonderful.
How'd that
Also,
go?
It was great.
Yeah.
She played well. It was
Yay.
fun. I just love watching her
God,
play.
were you asleep? I said you had a long day.
I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock.
I was talking to my
Yeah.
buddy about it. I was like, Bob had him a day, man. He
Yeah.
was here, there, everywhere. Like you were like a Dr. Seuss character.
We're today's pretty much the same
Yeah.
way too. Here, then to Lawrence for another memorial service today for Bob Davis. God rest his soul.
R.I.P., man.
I mean, one of the best of all time.
Swish!
I mean, I love Bob. I loved working with Bob. Bob would sleep on my couch from time to time back in the day when he would do the Royals and have to be on KMBZ.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, they'd go to extra innings. And back in those days, Mac, there was no ghost runner. And so sometimes extra innings would take days to finish. And Bob would go, "Hey, Bobby, can I crash on the couch?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure you can." And it was never Bob to me. He was always either Bobby or Robert. And I just love Bob Davis. His voice, his excitement, his calls, KU, the Royals, him and Split were wonderful in the booth together. They were just a great team on TV. They were just marvelous, marvelous human beings. And Bob was just a phenomenal person. And today's going to be tough for, I think, a lot of people because we all love Bob Davis. I don't think you'll find somebody who didn't like Bob Davis. And if you didn't like Bob, man, that's on you because he was just a generous, great human being, always welcoming, always caring, always asking about how people are doing, like just a genuine nice guy. And behind the microphone, he was just magic, man. Good! Swish! I mean, like, God, the calls will just resonate to the day I pass away.
Respect the text.
Somebody said, I had to work yesterday, so I listened on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
There you go.
Hell yeah. How about it?
There you go. And it is available on the Odyssey app. All the games are available on the Odyssey app. If you're within 75 miles of Kansas City, you can listen for free on the Odyssey app. So we've got that going for you. But I guess it was just MLB.TV that was down because, like I said, I had to watch it on the DirecTV app once I got to the soccer game because the MLB TV app was down. We all downloaded it for free from T-Mobile the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And it all didn't work. So MLB's got to get that thing figured out. The one thing you have to have as a sports league, you got to have your TV product working, especially now with streaming where there's so many people that are just kind of dipping their toe. They're anti-streaming. They don't want to embrace it. And then stuff like that happens yesterday or that Tyson fight with the Netflix and whatnot.
Yeah.
You better make sure if you're offering these streaming services, I don't want to hear about technicalities and technical issues and all that kind of stuff. Get it figured out ahead of time. Get it figured out years before you're ready to launch this thing so you don't have these problems because it just riles everybody up and you get I told you they should have never left regular TV, and it just becomes a pain in the ass. Get it figured out, man.
Respect the text.
The umpire behind home plate looked like he knew Dusty was in the stands. We had George Brett on the show. What he said about Jack Caglione and MJ Melendez might open your eyes after one game. Just one game. But hey, George Brett said it, so it's truth. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is BC Bank and CrossFirst Bank. Together, we'll help ensure your dreams and possibilities become moments. Through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Together, we're building extraordinary impact in business, wealth, and community. BC Bank and CrossFirst Bank. Member FDIC.
If severe weather hit you last year, don't worry, Century Roofing is here. We have extended our free material upgrade sale on all roof replacements to celebrate our 35th anniversary. We'll provide an in-depth inspection to determine if enough damage exists to warrant filing a claim with your insurance company. See for yourself why Century Roofing has been voted Best of Johnson County for the third year in a row. Trust the pillars of strength, KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing. There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on there.
On there.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss, I'm now down 17 pounds in just 3 weeks. The results are real, they're fast, and you'll keep it off thanks to their free support for life. Choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Results every week and then receive free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Royals coverage sponsored by Border Magic. We've got the edge for your landscaping edging needs.
Boost your curb appeal and add value with custom concrete landscape edging from Border Magic. Choose from a huge variety of styles and colors, all backed by a 10-year warranty. A cost-effective way to give your home that wow factor. Get started now at southkcbordermagic.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Inbound I-70, a few slow spots on the Missouri side as you make your way past Noland over towards the Blue Ridge Cutoff, and it slows again past Prospect towards downtown. Heading up 71 northbound, slow rolling from 87th up to Gregory. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
What's up, KC? This is Matt Quattrero. On your way home from the ballpark, make sure to listen to Vern's postgame show right here on 96.5 The Fan. I will not be listening.
96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Come on, Q, you got to listen to Vern.
That's right. Diving right back into it. 1 hour down. That was fast. Was that fast? I thought that was fast.
That was really fast.
Shout out Maverick, Mel Gibson, and Jodie Foster. Great movie. Check that. Fantastic movie. Getting ready to go into the weekend. Somebody says they watched the game on their Prime app in the dugout of my C-team baseball game that I coached. How'd you get that job? Did you draw the lowest? You draw the shortest straw?
Lugo wasn't available, huh?
I like Lugo.
I do too, but he just looked like a little league dad yesterday in the intros.
Something tells me Lugo's just got a fridge full of like Miller Lite or like Michelob. I bet it's Michelob Ultra. Like he just got a fridge.
He's an ultra guy, you think?
I think so. Athletes, I think, probably are.
Yeah.
I
could way to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Back in the day, I used to like it when they, would drink in the clubhouse. Roberto Hernandez always had a big styrofoam cup filled with a cold, foamy beer after the game. Does that not just sound delicious?
That's awesome.
Like it was probably, Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller Lite. It was, something like that, but it was in that styrofoam cup. And it had the foam on top, and you could smell it when it just had that great smell of fresh, delicious poured beer right out of the tap or the bottle or wherever he had it. But it was always in a cup because, you didn't want to sit there and drink a beer while you're doing a post-game interview, which everybody would have been cool with back in the day. But now, oh my God, an athlete's having a beer. He doesn't care about his body.
Just be in the gym.
Yeah, Babe Ruth didn't, care about his body either and was just fine.
Yeah, because he's hitting home runs off milkmen.
Yeah, it's true.
Here comes Squirrely Doo. He's got a really good pitch. It's about 71 miles per hour, and Babe sends it. How about that?
Right, but even still, he wasn't in shape. But that was
Neither
always
was
like
Mo Vaughn, but he was on steroids.
You know who else wasn't in shape? John Kruk. That guy had no neck.
No. Neither was Matt Stairs. That guy could put it in the upper stairs.
Yeah, he could.
I'd rather have Matt Stairs. I'd rather have Matt Stairs than Hunter Renfroe.
Somebody's got a TikTok video of Hunter Renfroe opening day highlights. I mean, it is really brutal. It makes it look worse than maybe it really was.
Oh, but Cags has never played in the major leagues. I don't know if he can handle right field.
It's 4 plays that they've got now from Hunter Renfroe on this video.
How's his arm look, Bob?
Not good.
Okay.
Yeah, not good. I think he hit first base on throw home.
What'd you say about Sporting KC?
Have not won a game since September 28th. They had a draw, or they tied someone last week, 3-3, but that was it.
You said they had a what?
They had a tie.
So a 3-3 tie.
3-3 tie. Yep.
3, 2, 1. Text line. How about that dreaded 8th inning yesterday, man? Like, why couldn't that have been in in the 3rd? Why couldn't that have been in the 5th? In the 8th, we had the absolute worst play of the day, which Diddy Matthews was really not happy about, if you had to ask me.
In comes the 2-2 pitch. Down ball third. Runner's going to try to score. The runner at third, Blanco's caught in a rundown. And now they are able to tag him out. Now the runner to second is caught between second and third. And racing back towards second out there, and then they tag the runner who came back from first base. And the Royals really botched that.
No doubt about it. Yeah, that's just tough. And then the first play of the game is a dribbler down the third baseline where you're like, of course, this is how the season starts. And then the very next play, hot shot to India. There's one thing that like Vern taught me is that when you're new to something like third base,
the ball's going to find you. It does every time.
It found him and it found Renfroe.
Yep.
Obviously.
I keep watching ththese highlights.
Yeah, lowlights. But yeah, it's
hysterical.
It's terrible, man. It's when that happens. But look, it ended up getting out of the first inning. I thought, okay, there's your scare. There's your, get over it. You'll be fine. And then
because I will give Cole Reagans a lot of credit for battling back after that first inning. That was a tough one to try to overcome, and he got out of it. It was good.
Yeah. So I mean, again, I'm not worried about Jonathan India. Right?
No, I'm not either. No.
I mean, he had a couple balls that, like, it felt like I was like in the upper deck crowd because I was like, go.
Yeah.
Because that wind was pushing
It
towards
was,
left.
yeah.
Because, like, there was that one play where Jose Ramirez hit that one that just kept going and going and going. And finally it leaked to the left of the pole. And I was like,
that one I thought was long gone.
If that happened, I would have left. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, just kind of off the subject, but not off the subject. Is for me, I think, and I say this now because I'm kind of caught in the moment. Excuse me, but I feel like Jose Ramirez is the guy in Major League Baseball that I'd be willing to give up just about anything to get on my team.
He's too old for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, if it was 3 years ago, for sure.
I just love watching that guy play.
He fixed your third base problem.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, and then you could move India to the outfield. Former Rookie of the Year in 2021 could move him to the outfield and fix a spot there. But yeah, obviously Cleveland's not trading Jose Ramirez. He's a franchise player. But do you have that one player that you look at it on another team and you're like, man, I'd be willing to give up anything for that guy? Because for me. And anything save Bobby Witt, obviously. But for me, Jose Ramirez has been that guy now for the better part of all of last year and obviously the beginning part of this year. I just love watching that guy play. He's tough. He's fun. He hustles, and I hate using that term because the hustle guy in the crowd all the time, but that guy busts it all the time. Like, I love watching Jose Ramirez play. He's on that list of I would probably give up just about anything to get him on my team.
Yeah, I just, obviously, age is concerning. But again, he would fix a massive gap in your lineup.
Yeah.
Because he hits second for the Guardians.
Right.
But he's, I think he is 33, 34, somewhere up there. But he's one of those guys that, he's like the Albert Pujols. He just always seems to wreck the Royals.
Yeah, he's always there,
right?
Man.
It's just, it never fails.
Right.
It never seems to fail when that guy, because I remember even hearing people around me yesterday, it was like, oh, God, this guy's up in this situation.
Yeah.
And again, luckily for us, he was over 4, but did have an RBI. Yesterday, Pasquantino was the star of the show. 7 total hits yesterday. Isbell had that one that split the outfielders. And then some people were questioning, and I saw this, with
32 he is. He'll be 33 at the end of the year.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's also making a ton of money in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Cleveland's not getting rid of him. I'm just, openly talking perfect
a guy
world,
that you'd love to see on your team.
Yeah, just how do you not love that guy? Tyler O'Neill.
He would have hit a home run yesterday. The thing that's, when you look at this team, though, and if they had the opportunity to go spend as much as they want, which they do, but obviously you have to know your market and know your budget, which is just the unfortunate part about baseball. That's why everybody's like, hey, let's just, whatever. I think the player that made the most sense for the Royals last year, if money wasn't an issue, was either Kyle Tucker or Lance Bregman. But Lance Bregman, obviously, you saw the money he got, ends up going to Boston. Shocker. And then Kyle Tucker goes and plays right field for the Cubs.
Right.
So, big market teams.
Yeah, but they wanted Santander. Look, they made a nice offer to Santander. That was their target. They went out and targeted him. They offered him, 3 for 66 or something like that. They didn't get him. He went to Toronto. They got, Estevez instead to help fix that bullpen up a little bit, which he was fine yesterday. But I think they tried. They knew that they were going into this season with a deficiency in the outfield. And you give this organization a lot of credit. They tried to fix it this offseason, And it just didn't work. There are some times where you just can't fix everything, right? And sometimes things aren't going to fall in your favor. That's why when you look back at the Brent Rooker move, why it stands out even more, because your replacement for Brent Rooker ended up being Hunter Renfroe, who now has a highlight video of opening day. He's making a lot of money. Rooker's an MVP candidate, and you have a major hole in that spot in your order and in the outfield as well. And so like that's past history. That's happened a couple of years ago. You got to move on. But it's not like they were sitting on their hands this offseason. I don't want people to get to they didn't do it. They tried their asses off. JJ was busting it this offseason. Sherman was ready to scratch checks and give them the money that they needed to get Santander. He just got a stupid offer from Toronto, which they seemingly do to everybody except, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and they overpaid for Santander. But the Royals were in it. It was close. They were going to get this guy. They know they needed that guy. And that's why I think as we continue on during the season, I do think the Royals aren't going to rest. They're going to look for an outfielder. We talked about what's the kid from Anaheim yesterday, Wade. We talked about him being kind of a target for the Royals over the last couple of years. Maybe that's another target for them as well. If Anaheim continues to go down the pike, they're going to look to unload players. I'd love to get Luis Robert from the White Sox. The Royals don't have enough to get Luis Robert in their minor league system from the Chicago White Sox right now. And I think everybody probably wants one of their two future catchers in the trade. And I don't know if the Royals are willing to part with, somebody who's going to be a big part of their future at this point in time. But they're trying their asses off to make this team better. JJ didn't sleep last night, I guarantee you. He's like, all right, what do we do? How do we get this outfield better? What can we do to get more bats in the lineup? They're working it. They're busting it. And they got an owner that's willing to spend, too. Those are the good things.
Sorry if I said Lance Berkman. I meant Alex Bregman. Lance Berkman had one of the greatest baseball stances of all time. Looked like a slow-pitch softball player. Flick of the wrist, 425 feet.
It was insane.
So my bad on that.
That's okay. We all make mistakes. It's not a big deal.
Two better, Dust Man.
Is that what the text line said?
No, I just misspoke and said Lance Berkman. And
no, but did the text line say do better?
No, that's what Vern always told me.
Oh. It happens.
Yeah. So, I mean, I will say that it's one game. Obviously, the storyline of opening day and everything like that and the way they lost, it is what it is. Yeah. It's deflating. It's deflating, right? It is that's just how it happens.
That's what opening day is. If they won, we'd be on cloud 9. We'd be having a parade.
The guy that's bad luck is the guy that was trying to give you what you needed, and that's Jack Caglione. I mean, I'm just telling you, man, what I saw in right field yesterday, standing right there. Because, like, when that one play happens where the ball's getting kicked around and that angle in right field, and all of a sudden, all the people around me go, what was he doing down there? Triple.
Yep.
2 plays, can of corn, 2 hop, up the line to first base. That can't happen. And the reason I say that is because if you are that team that says we are playoff bound, that sort of stuff can't happen.
That's the only thing that concerns me from yesterday's game. The little things that were supposed to be buttoned up and correct just weren't yesterday. And that's okay. There's still 161 other ones.
Right. And I also think I am going to give an excuse. They were amped up, man.
Everybody was amped up.
As a first game, they lost in the ALDS. The Yankees, everybody's, trying to do too much, Bobby didn't look great.
No, he did not.
Right? Sal didn't look great.
Nope.
And Reagans didn't look great. I can guarantee you the next time those guys play, they will look more like themselves.
Well, you'll get out there on Saturday afternoon. The crowd will be half the size. The pressure won't be as big. Everybody will be more relaxed. They'll be fine.
We will dive into the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, this old boy went to sleep before he got to see the overtime game go to a complete halt, which I knew that was going to happen. But tournament coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Each drinks scenic views. My one word on, Jonathan India, everybody's new favorite Royal, here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Men, here's the truth. In the bedroom, good enough isn't really good enough, is it? This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if your erectile dysfunction is making intimacy less enjoyable for you and your partner, give us a call today. Because whether your ED only happens sometimes or all the time, it's time to stop good enough and time to start really good. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. Whether it's only mild or moderate, or even if it's severe, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we have a variety of treatments and can even combine protocols,
protocols, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in a long time. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again for you and your partner. So make an appointment and be done with good enough. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices to serve you.
So, you want to buy a house. You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more. This doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rush? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on 2 wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time. But you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
Attention car shoppers, Kevin Harlan here with Rob Seid of Rob Seid Ford in South Kansas City. Hey Rob, what's going on?
We are making 2025 the best year in Rob Seid Ford history, and we are doing it with 4 simple steps.
Simple is what I love most about Rob Seid Ford. So Rob, what's the plan?
It starts with Rob Seid Ford's non-commissioned sales staff, Kansas City's lowest prices on brand new Fords, the best trade-in values, the biggest selection we've ever had. With those 4 steps, it is my personal mission to make Rob Seid Ford the easiest, most value-driven Ford dealership in Kansas City. No BS.
That's why Rob Seid Ford is the only dealership I'll send my friends and family to. But you're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
Rob Seid Ford is Kansas City's top-rated Google Ford dealership.
Good call. Can't forget about that. Check out Rob Seid Ford in South Kansas City at 135th and State Line, ROBSIGHT.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
In downtown, 670 westbound, getting heavy from 71 over towards I-35. Looks like you've got a problem before Broadway, keeping things slow. Heading on the Kansas side, things move pretty well. 35 northbound, trip from Olathe to downtown, still 20 minutes. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
From the 816, Team Cags all the way. Sooner the better. I think it would influx tickets and streaming, too. And I won't be able to be at that game.
No, you will not be able to be at Cags' debut. Absolutely not. We will not allow it. We'll make you stand outside with a sign that says, I'm bad luck. I'm not going in.
Yeah, that sucks. The big winner yesterday was those Royals uniforms, though, baby.
The uniforms are great. Not a fan of the hats.
Really?
I'm just going to be honest.
I like the hats
Yeah.
and the helmets, too.
I thought there was too much going on with the hat. And I didn't
thought
like
it counterbalanced well.
I just wasn't for me. For you, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, like ketchup on your hot dog or whatever Mac does at the age of 27.
Mustard one.
Did find some spicy brown yesterday.
Ooh, with the pretzel that was
the
soft?
pretzel was stale. I buy a pretzel before the game. It's already stale. It was
You know where you can get a really good pretzel?
119th and Knoll. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, what?
I was saying you can get a really good pretzel at the Landing
At
in
the
Liberty.
Landing in Liberty. Saw De Palma yesterday as well. He was running around up there. He owns the Landing along with Maloney, and that's we may be doing something there here in a couple of days. I don't know. But Binkley kind of told me something. But yeah, I know. Saw De Palma yesterday. Saw Maloney yesterday. Maloney's still at the ballpark, by the way.
He is.
Yeah, he couldn't find his way home. And so yeah, the pretzel at the Landing is. The pretzels in spring training were awesome. I was so excited. I got this pretzel. It was already stale. It's like we haven't even had intros yet. We haven't had the receiving line that was like a mile long for everybody. Like Q got his steps in, shaking hands before the game. Like already a stale pretzel. I was very disappointed.
Somebody says mustard on a hot dog is much better than mayo on a hot dog.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, my
Kling.
God, Kling. I mean, somebody put mayo on their hot dog because Kling did it. I mean, my God.
God. That's just a greasy
But I will
blizzard.
tell you this. I did try yesterday the honey mustard on the pretzel.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
I would try that. I like honey mustard.
Yeah, the Ken's honey mustard that they had up there yesterday. It's fantastic. I just wish the pretzel was better.
I do love Ken's. I get Ken's Ranch and Ken's Caesar and Ken's Honey
You
Mustard.
do? You're a
I'm
Ken's fan?
This segment brought to you by Ken's restaurant-style dressings.
That's what they tell you, right?
The face on the bottle, I just feel like I can trust it.
No, you're thinking of Newman's Own. That's the face on the bottle.
No, oh, yeah, Ken's is green with the white Ken's.
like
Yeah.
cursive or whatever.
Yeah.
Ken's is expensive, too. It's good stuff.
Who has a better arm? Barry Bonds trying to throw out Sid Bream or Hunter Renfroe?
Oh, Barry Bonds.
Respect the text.
Yeah, that's a good text. Sid Bream. Yeah, if Sid Bream is scoring on you, Mac's going, I don't know who that is. Please move past this topic. Do not ask me.
Top 3 Jim Rome sound bites of all time. One is when he had Hudler on talking about eating the bug.
Eating the bug, yeah.
2 is when he did the emails of like when it gets into like Ronald Goldman and like Norm Turner and Michael J. Fox. And then the other one is like he's like, yeah, Barry Bonds, great player, fantastic player. Sid Bream, faster than his arm.
Yeah. And Sid Bream, Sid Bream was old back then, right? Like he always looked like a guy who was like already 45, still playing baseball back in the day. My favorite Rome is when Dave Thomas of Wendy's died.
Oh.
And he said, Dear Jim, I'm declaring today a national holiday in my town. Signed Mayor McCheese.
Yeah, Mayor McCheese.
And then, of course, the Chris Everett one was
fake.
An all-timer.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, as you get older, you're like, oh, that was staged. But it did such good. It made his career.
Yeah, it did.
I bet you don't call me Chris one more time. Well, I already did. I bet you don't do it again. I bet I do.
Chris.
And then there comes that quarterback from the Rams getting ready to kick your ass.
Yeah, that
dude.
guy back in the day, too.
Oh, and Jim's like 5'6".
Oh, tiny little guy. You guys saw him on the row. Little dude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Rowe, man, the original sports radio host that I listened to in this city. Like, he was on our station, station back in the day, and I remember my dad would just be like, oh, it's the jungle. We got to listen to this.
So Josh and I used to have this, like, sick obsession listening to Jim Rome when we left here, right? And Jim Rome always used to say, more of me, the less of you, right? Yeah, I used to do all that kind of stuff. And he's right, because he would have a guest on. It'd be a big-name guest usually. And I'd be like, I just want to hear Jim. I don't want to hear the guest. I want to hear Jim do his thing because it made me laugh every single time I listened to him. And that was great. And he still is fantastic. He's one of the best of all time.
A lot of love for the uniforms. Those whole uniforms were sick. Somebody from the 913 says I almost wore the full fit to work today.
The uniforms, I just wish the hat didn't have the crown logo. It seemed too small for me. Like, you have a beautiful interlocking KC on the cap. I love the normal blue cap with the interlocking KC.
Right.
I don't know that there's a pure logo out there. You've got the KC, you've got the New York Yankee one, you've got the LA Dodger one, which is what the Royals uniforms were modeled after.
STL.
Yeah. But I just love that
San
interlocking
Diego.
KC. It's just a beautiful, beautiful look to have.
I know this sounds weird. I always love the Braves hat. I love the A with the navy and the red bill. I used to love that
It's
hat.
a good looking hat,
It's just
man.
clean.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Less
good
is
looking
more.
hat. Sometimes less is more. And I just thought there was like too much. And again, that's just my opinion. The uniforms are beautiful. Just wasn't sold on the hat because I just love the blue hat with the KC on it.
Yeah, it's like I always use the Costa Vida reference. If you've never been to Costa Vida, it's fantastic, but less is more. Like they give you all the stuff you want: free guacamole, free pico, jalapenos, all that stuff. Less is more.
Yeah.
Get a scoop of sour cream, a little bit of jalapeno.
You can bring your
That's
own
all
sour cream if you want
can.
to.
Shout out to Emily.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight,
Bless her
maybe.
heart.
Yeah.
She gonna be there?
I think she is going to be there tonight. Bringing her own sour cream and everything, right?
Sit on my lap during blackjack. Bring me some good luck.
I
Miss
don't
Emily.
think that's going to happen.
Yeah, well.
The house always wins.
That's a good placement. Let's get into one word, Mr. Mac.
One word.
Dude, I keep seeing that Seal commercial. I can't get over it. And I never been kissed by a
See, we
woman.
all missed it during the Super Bowl because we were there.
Oh, that was a Super Bowl
That was a
commercial?
because I didn't see it until a couple weeks after
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
They
Like,
play it
that
all
was-
the time during March Madness, and I just keep sitting back. I laugh so hard.
It's fun. It's a good
so
commercial.
great.
What's it for?
Even the Seal has scars on his face.
What's,
I'm like, we had to do-
what's it for?
Sprite.
Okay, you
Yeah.
knew. Okay, good. Then it worked.
I wouldn't have known.
You
Sprite
wouldn't
or
have known,
something.
right?
No, I wouldn't have
I thought
known.
I was going to say 7-Up.
Well, because he says something, he changes the lyrics. Like, kissed by the citrus of a lime, or something like
It could
that.
have been 7-Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it could have been. Yeah, that's funny.
Or what's that other
Starry.
stuff? Starry. Yeah.
Formerly known as Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist,
Yeah, they took
yeah.
the Prince route.
Right, yeah.
Soon they'll just be like the label of a lime and a lemon.
Yeah.
The symbol.
Do you know what they were pouring in
Symbolism.
Surprise, Arizona for their soda product?
What?
RC Cola?
Yes, it was, brother.
Carrington's never had it. They did that on the drive there. They never had it. Because, like, that's why
Who would?
I loved it as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
RC Cola, we got, like, we knew we were poor that month. Like, when Diet Right showed up.
Oh, my dad loves Diet Right. Still
God,
drinks Diet Right.
Now I want Costa Vida. You ever had Costa Vida, Matt?
I have not had Costa Vida.
Oh,
yeah.
we have to do at least, because next Friday we're doing the Sand Trap Happy
That's
Hour.
right, Sand Trap Happy Hour.
Come out,
Come hang out with us at the Trap.
Yeah.
Starting about 2 o'clock, we'll be there.
yeah,
Rob Maloney's
heck yes.
picking up the first 3 hours on his tab.
And then we leave.
And then we leave. Yeah. See you, Rob. Actually, we're making Jerry and Selmo pay.
Yeah, so we'll be at the Sand Trap next Friday for the Fescoe Happy Hour, and then maybe we'll do one in Lee Summit, and then we can all just go to Costa Vida because it is fantastic.
We just go anywhere. We just
Yeah.
once Friday a month, we'll just start picking places and showing up. And if you guys want to join us, feel free. We're not codying this thing up and paying for everybody, but you guys can come hang out. We'll try to find a benefactor. Like I said, Jerry and Selmo will be the first benefactor next Friday. Jerry, just so you know, get your credit card ready.
Yeah. And if you don't have yours, then you better call your buddy Jasper.
Yeah, Jasper will take care of it if
That's
you
right.
don't. That's right.
Okay, Matt, go ahead.
One word on opening day yesterday.
Wonderful. I love it. It's just, for me, it's my happy place, man. There's nothing better than baseball.
And you
There's
needed
nothing-
that.
I did yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday was good. Yeah.
I would say picturesque, right? What I also thought was great is, like, because we did our interview with Ben Mallory yesterday. And I had 2 people reach out to me yesterday that said, thanks for the information about the flag, because they brought that flag out.
Yeah.
And my buddy that I went with, we kept seeing, like, military guys show up. He's like, is it like military appreciation? I was like, nah, they'll do a flyover, plus they're probably doing something either with, like, the national anthem, which the national anthem was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
God
yeah.
Bless America was even better. That guy nailed that. And then the flag came out, and I was like, you know how much that weighs? And everybody, I got one on Facebook from my friend Kayla, and then I got one from Twitter from somebody I'd never known before, and they're like, thanks for the information about the flag. And I was like, pretty big flag, isn't it?
Huge
It's
flag, right? That's all I was
massive.
thinking about. Like, that thing weighs like 6,000
But I mean,
pounds.
picturesque, man. Like, before the game started in the tailgate, having a few corks and a Jersey Mike sub, and all of a sudden it's like, man, I'd love to get this sun out. And it was like right when they did introductions, the Lord split the sky, the sun came
it was
out.
beautiful.
79 degrees, nice breeze, powder blues, American flag in the middle of the outfield that covered almost the entire field. Picturesque is how I would say.
I was watching a little bit of the Seattle-Oakland game yesterday at the beginning, and their broadcasters were like, oh, nobody does opening day better than Seattle. And everybody says that in their city, but nobody does opening day better than Kansas City. Nobody does. It is just special. It is fantastic. It's like old home week. You see people you haven't seen in a while. It's just the best.
Yeah, it was really cool being here for that.
And then it was over.
Yeah, and then it ended. Yep.
And the season's over.
And it's gone. Royals lose 7-4.
One word on Colt Reagans yesterday.
Average.
Fine. I get it. Like, I don't know. I mean,
you expected your ace to go out there and twirl a no-hitter. Let's be honest,
you also
right?
expect to be able to lean on your bullpen, and they brought in Zerpa, and he coughed it up.
Yeah.
Like, he got the chance to go out there and try to get the inning going. I mean, I think he still had, 4 strikeouts or 3? I mean, he wasn't he wasn't an ace.
No, he wasn't an ace. Your expectation was Mount Everest, and you got I don't know. Yeah, something that's not as big as Mount Everest,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Mount St. Helens,
that's
maybe.
That's
right?
what St. Helens. Yeah, there it is.
So yeah, I mean,
funny.
I thought he was a king, not an ace.
I also think in that first inning, I know he got out of it, but if you just look at the stats, it'll affect it. I mean, they had the first dribbler down the third base line.
That sucks.
And then you had the blooper in the middle of, shallow center field where 3 guys are around it. That could have been caught too. Felt like the defense.
Cleveland had one of those too, where their shortstop took a route towards right and then tried to circle all the way back towards left. I'm like, and the third baseman standing there scratching his ass, going, "Oh, look at this!"
And then the catcher tried to knock Carlos Santana out.
Yeah, that was scary.
Okay, that was a little over dramatic in my opinion by Carlos Santana.
I didn't see it, so what we thought in right field is that maybe his elbow hit him in the head, and it was he was kind of the bell got rung a little bit.
From my perspective, again, middle deck out in right field, not a great perspective, but it didn't look like it was this huge collision. Then we almost had another. Do people not say, got it, mine, mine?
No, those are the seagulls in Nemo. But no, I thought he was a king, not an ace.
Yeah.
I thought he was fine. He got out of the jam in the first inning that showed some stones. He really settled down.
Yeah.
Then he kind of started to labor in the fourth, and then he got out there in the fifth, and he walked the first batter, and then it was Serpa time, and then it was serving time for the Cleveland Guardians.
Mm-hmm. One word on Jonathan India.
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Chill.
He ain't the only one that had a rough go yesterday.
I mean, yeah.
And it's his first game here. Plus, the way he wears his baseball uniform is the exact same way I'd wear mine.
Oh, you want to talk about that? My wife goes, I'll take any baseball player that shows socks.
Oh, he had it all the way up to the thigh.
I know. You should have seen him in spring training.
Oh, he had those 4-inch inseams on the thigh pads.
Get up close to him sometime and look at those pants. They are like tiny. They're not long pants that he has rolled up. Those are short pants, brother.
Okay. Now that Gordon's gone, is he Jen's hall pass on the Royals?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
she's into the long hair.
Yeah, she likes him. Yeah,
he's looking good.
I think he's fine. I mean,
I'm a huge fan. I mean, he's going to have to be really bad for me to get off the Jonathan India train. I love the guy.
And a lot of people don't understand. It's the hot corner. That was a blistered baseball that got to him in a second, and he still got the out at first.
Yeah.
He just didn't turn the double play. That was a dumb luck, bunted single down the third base line. And look, it's fine. He almost had 2 home runs yesterday, too. They were just short.
I mean, if you're in any other ballpark.
That's what the guy in front of me said. He was like, if we're in any other ballpark, those are 2 home runs today. But we're not in any other ballpark.
Right.
One word on Hunter Renfroe.
Enough. I'm done. 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 Bob was talking to me. He's like MJ. I was like, no, I was done on MJ last year at opening day. I've been done with MJ. I'm sorry. I know that I'm a blowhard radio host, but look, I know what I've seen. I don't need to see it anymore. I know the Royals have known what they've seen. I don't need to see it anymore. Renfroe, that cannot happen. That is a noodle arm in right field.
Yep.
That was a lost man out in right field. And everyone says, well, I don't want to bring Jack Caglione up. He might fail. Guarantee you he doesn't make a play like that in right field. And I guarantee you I guarantee you one of those throws, it was just an all-around bad performance in right field.
Bad day. For Hunter Renfroe, he needed to have a good day yesterday.
Yes.
a competent day yesterday, not have a highlight video where it's on TikTok now of Hunter Renfroe's performance on opening day because there were many plays that he was involved in. It was a bad look for Hunter Renfroe yesterday. Really bad
He
look
looked like
yesterday.
a Little League right fielder. That's normally where you put your worst athlete on your Little League team. And everyone goes, try to hit it to right.
Exactly.
And they hit it to right. And they scored 2 runs on his arm.
And he's throwing 2 hoppers back to the down the first
there were 4
baseline.
plays. There were 2 throws and 2 plays out there that were just not good. The one in the gap too, where he just took a bad angle at it.
Yeah,
and
but if I'm going to be fair, it's one game.
It's one game.
It's one bad day.
Right.
I've had bad days at the office as well, and I've come back the next day and been just completely fine.
Killed it.
So let's just.
It happens to all of us. It's one game.
It's one game.
Look,
like
Saturday.
Bobby said, the leashes are short.
The leashes are short, but let's give it to May 1st, right? And on May 1st, if this is still, then we got to make decisions and make changes, right? You had one bad day. Everybody's amped up on opening day. That's not a cliche. Fans were amped up on opening day.
It seemed like it.
Some weren't even invited to the party, and they were amped up yesterday.
Right.
One word on Lorenzo Cain and Willie Wilson being
Awesome.
That looked cool.
Both wearing the number 6
That looked
too.
awesome.
Like that for yesterday was the first time that ever clicked with me. That both were number 6. I don't know why it took till yesterday.
Both in the Hall of Fame too.
Oh God, that was great.
That was
Did
cool.
they miss the opportunity of having Salvi catch Kane's pitch?
You never have the.
But it's a special occasion, I feel like, because that's what Karen and I were discussing. He's like, because Karen looked at me, a classic Karen fashion. She goes, "You mean to tell me Salvi couldn't catch that ball?" And I'm like, "Well, he's over here with Cole."
Yeah,
like,
he's
it's like,
warming
he
him
goes,
up.
Still, though, man, like it's a 15-year vet. Like, you really think he needs to help warm up Reagan's?
But Reagan's maybe needed Salvi. You don't know, right? So I look. I understand both sides.
Yeah, but I thought it was special.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. Special is a good one because, I mean, no matter what, like Lorenzo Cain could stub his toe, get a paper cut, and bit by a mosquito between the eyes, and still smile and light up an entire stadium.
Yeah,
he's just. God, I miss that man.
I do too.
We
miss
had
that.
it so good in 14 and 15. And like you see Kane come out, and you're like, just wait till they do the 10-year anniversary of the World Series, and everybody gets in their feels.
Salvi's already asked for those days off. But seriously, like Lorenzo Cain and Willie Wilson, those are the 2 greatest center fielders in Royals history. Now, some will say Amos Otis could be on that list, and sure. But for my money, nobody was a better base runner. Nobody looked faster and sleeker than Willie Wilson, and nobody was more fun than Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah.
I still am upset my "Hey Lorenzo" got deleted out of the system.
What
man.
did you like more with Lorenzo Cain, the lean back swing or the fact that he could cover half of the earth in center field?
I love that lean back swing.
Yeah.
I love him covering half the earth too.
Yeah, both
were great.
He was just great. Like I kick myself almost every day. I have a thought about
You gotta
Lorenzo
stop doing
Cain where I'm like, I didn't appreciate him enough because we were all caught up in Haas and Moose and Salvi and HDH. Like Cain was the best player on that team, man. He was the superstar, and we just didn't realize it in that moment. Now, I'm sure the text like, I did. Well, good for you. But
Yeah,
I don't
good,
know. We all were caught up in the team. I don't think we realized how good Lorenzo Cain
I mean,
really
in 14, he
was
was the ALCS MVP, and he also finished 5th in MVP voting that year.
He finished 5th. I thought he
Incredible.
finished 3rd.
Incredible.
It's amazing how time changes facts, you know?
I mean, I'm probably wrong, too.
No, I would have said Lorenzo Cain. Oh, he finished top 3 in the MVP. Bob, he was like 8th.
I think Sweeney did the year he had the big numbers with the RBI. I think he finished like
Well,
3rd.
that was year 2000,
And then I think Manny won it that year, juiced out of his mind. Somebody, and then I think Sweeney finished 3rd.
Did he?
I think so.
One word on Sweet 16 Day 1.
Meh.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Alabama blew him out, couldn't miss a three-pointer.
Right. 25 3-pointers.
BYU, one kid hit 10.
Yeah, Mark Sears hit 10.
10. BYU couldn't hit a 3. That game was over at halftime.
Yeah.
There was 94 points at half.
Yeah.
Florida blew him out. Duke ended up winning by 7, but scored 100.
Cooper Flagg had 30 points, man. He owned
was
the
incredible.
game.
How'd that Big 12 look in the
Yeah, how's that? Yeah.
Well, they won yesterday, Texas Tech, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was the best
victory.
game of the day. And of course, it ended at
And
midnight.
I wasn't awake.
Yeah, nobody was awake. Actually,
No.
the best game of the day took place in the NBA.
Yes, it did. Let's get to that audio.
Okay.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddy for the win.
Oh my God! I cannot believe this. Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby. Oh Lord!
Improbable!
Unbelievable!
Impossible!
Magic Giddy. Good day, mate. Somewhere in Australia, Sydney, or Melbourne, Paul Hogan and somebody else.
He got giddy with it last night, didn't he?
He did. They were down 6 with 15 seconds left. They inbound from three-quarters court.
Slow down. You're talking too fast because people are going to go, did he just say what I think he said? Say it again.
Bulls were down 5 points with 15 seconds left. They inbound it from three-quarters court. They hit a three-pointer with about 9 seconds left. They inbound it, which, by the way, the corner was in the baseline. That was LeBron's man. Completely left him.
LeBron decided he wasn't playing defense.
Yeah, wide open. So now they're down 2 with 8 seconds left.
So they inbound it. They steal the inbounds.
Get a 3. Now they're up 1 with 6 seconds left. Lakers score with 3 seconds left. Now the Bulls are down 1.
No timeouts. Inbound it to half court, and then Giddey launches that 3 and hits the half court shot.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddey for the win.
Go! My God! I cannot believe this. Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby. Oh, Lord.
Improbable.
Unbelievable.
Impossible.
Magic Giddey. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Somewhere in Australia, Sydney, or Melbourne. Paul Hogan is somebody there.
That guy's just making things up at that point in time. Anything I know about Australia, I'm just going to say. Paul Hogan, Queensland,
Melbourne,
Shrimp on the Barbie,
Steve Irwin,
Outback Steakhouse, Foster's.
What he should have said is, blimey, that was right in their aorta.
I mean, he just started just listing anything he could about Australia. It was fantastic. But what a shot.
Great shot.
What an ending to a game.
Amazing. Two buzzer beaters for the Lakers in a row. One where they won, one where they were on the losing end.
And people are now calling out LeBron because on the stolen inbounds, he didn't play defense on the guy that hit the three-point shot.
It was pretty bad.
He's too busy with Stephen A. drama. Got to get over it.
It's got to him yesterday.
Yeah. Just got to. He's doing too much.
Really quick before we get out, one word. Deion Sanders said this yesterday. One word on Deion Sanders saying that he's okay with Shedeur Sanders playing anywhere and getting drafted anywhere that needs a quarterback.
So now he's realizing his son is slipping very fast.
Well, he could go 1 or 2, or he could go at any time in the first round.
That is true. Yeah, that's what Ian Rappaport tweeted yesterday. He could go 1 or 2 or any time in the first round. Thanks, Ian. Glad you ran to the Twitter machine for that one.
Yeah, take a page out of Glazer's book.
Yeah, exactly. Less is more. Costa Vida.
What Deion said, whatever. Whatever.
Cool.
Let's just get to the draft, dude. I'm so over it already.
So we're 27 days from the draft.
That far?
I retweeted, quote tweeted an article from NJ.com today that said the Giants could trade up to take Jackson Dart. They're at 3. Jackson Dart will be there. Wow.
First round pick, free lunch. Speaking of food, it is the out of left field question coming up on the other side. I asked this because they added some new food out of the K. What's a famous food item from any restaurant anywhere that you would have at the ballpark, that you would put into a ballpark? What's a famous food item that you would have at a ballpark? 913-586-7965. The out of left field question comes up on the other side on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Hi, Mia here at the winnings desk of the Missouri Lottery. So, I wanted to write a thank you note for every dollar Missouri Lottery players have given to Missouri and education, but that would be 8.4 billion notes. So to save a little time and a whole lot of paper, here's just one. Dear every single lottery player in Missouri, thank you for helping us give $8.4 billion to Missouri and education. Sorry, my trumpet's in the shop. The Missouri Lottery. Winners welcome and play responsibly.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my superhydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading towards downtown 70 westbound slows past 27th Street. Stay slow up to 18th Street with an accident blocking the left lane. Kansas side 435 southbound slows at I-70. Stay slow down towards Kansas Avenue with roadwork taking away the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Diving right back into it on a Friday. It is 7:45, so we'll get to the out of left field question. Before I get into it, though, I want to give you what the question was again on this side. If you could take any famous food and bring it and have it at the ballpark, what would it be? So 913-586-7965. Bob, Mac, obviously you guys can chime in as well since you're part of this too. As we dive into the left field question, 913-586-7965. If you could bring any sort of famous food into the ballpark, what would it be?
Cajun butter chicken wings from Smokehouse Barbecue, baby. Let's go. Let's roll with some good wings. I was driving in yesterday, which, by the way, parking.
I got in and out real nice.
Did you? What time did you get there?
1 o'clock.
We were a little late coming in about that time,
We went
too.
to Jersey Mike's, and then I had a more rough time at Jersey Mike's than I had at the stadium.
Oh, really? The stadium entrance
They were
yesterday
just
was
packed
brutal.
because I was like, I wonder how many people are in on this bandwagon thing of taking a sub to the game.
Yeah.
And it was just all royal blue in the line. I was like, dang it.
Everybody.
Also went at like 12:30,
Yeah,
so
of course, it's
lunch.
lunchtime, too, yeah. But brutal getting in yesterday. We came in gate 5 over by, or gate 6, I guess it is, on the top of the hill there. Just brutal traffic. But I would bring, and I saw this guy just going after this wing when I was driving in.
I thought you were saying a dart.
No, well, I saw that too. But the guy was he was on the bone, man. Like, you finish that thing off. It's okay to toss that aside.
Yeah.
So, but Cajun butter wings from Smokehouse Barbecue, baby. Let's go.
Dr. Mackenstein, you got something you'd like to take to the ballpark?
I don't know. There's a lot of good options here. Jersey Mike is one. A really nice,
You don't get a sub at a game. How do you get, where's that at?
What are you talking about?
Can you get subs at a game?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I know, that's what I'm saying. A good point for you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, famous. Yeah, sub at a game would be great. PB&J maybe.
Okay.
Good PB&J at a baseball game.
Hi, I'm 27 and just proved it.
And peanut butter and jelly still a good combination.
But at a T-ball game,
I think it's good at a baseball game.
Yeah, you can take those in.
We're talking about hot dogs and pretzels. I mean, this is not exactly the most sophisticated, food at
that's
baseball
ballpark
games.
food.
Whoa, it's okay.
My dad used to complain all the time when he was a kid.
You're probably a creamy peanut butter guy too, aren't you?
And went to Yankee Stadium.
Either one's great.
It was probably one time this happened, but he would go Yankee Stadium. He's Catholic, and they went on a Friday, and everybody else got a hot dog, and he had to eat like a peanut butter and jelly or a tuna fish sandwich, and hated it. So,
ooh, tuna fish.
Somebody says pretzel bites from Red Door.
Oh, those are good too. Yeah.
Not a specific food, but a couple of Puerto Rican Mimi, I don't know, giving me some red beans and rice and stewed meat.
Maybe that sounds good. Maybe that's tough for the ballpark, but invite me to your house. I'm in on that.
Maybe a fried plantain.
I love that kind of stuff, man.
Somebody
That's
says
good.
the K already has theirs. It's those brisket nachos and a helmet. I saw a bunch of those yesterday.
Everybody's doing the helmet. What did I see yesterday that somebody had in a helmet? And I was like, oh my God.
Tiramisu?
No, it was something different.
Never thought I'd see Mac actually text in to the text line from the 816. It says triple dipper from Chili's.
Yes. Fantastic.
Ballpark food item I need, a Coney dog.
Oh, here's what it was. The Padres have a banana bread pudding in a helmet.
Oh.
Smash.
Yeah, look at that. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those Nilla wafers on top too with chocolate drizzle?
I think those look like nuts on top.
Oh, okay.
Like walnuts or pecans or something. But that looks good.
Said,
they are vanilla wafers right there. You're right. Yeah.
Nuts.
No, but there are nuts on top of the bananas.
Yeah,
I thought those were brown bananas that were like flambéed or something.
Actually,
with a
those are
blowtorch.
pecans. Somebody says just put in a QT kitchen. Dangerous.
They had that there. That was at the arena.
The arena. Go Chicken Go Gizzard snack pack.
Oh,
I've never had gizzards.
I haven't either, but I think that's a good ballpark food.
I'm afraid to try it.
Oh, they're great.
Okay.
What are you afraid to try?
Gizzards.
Have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
No.
Mac, have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters? The texture on those things is not
Aren't
good.
those testicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not know that the first time I ordered those in Wyoming. Yep.
What did you think they were?
Getting balls deep on the
Oysters,
food.
I don't know.
Texas Roadhouse rolls with cinnamon butter from in a helmet from listener Blair.
Say that again.
Roadhouse rolls with a cinnamon butter in a helmet from listener Blair.
I can get on with that.
Somebody says for the 913, this is a good one, Mac, for us. Longboards.
Ooh, yes.
That'd be solid at a game. Get the Cabo
Absolutely.
chicken. It's a handheld, so it's
handhelds are fine.
Easy to eat at a ball game. Somebody says they want chips at Mexican restaurant queso. Like a chips and white cheese.
Nice.
But I don't know. I feel like the ballpark, I want the fake cheese. Like, go to like Carmen's and Lee Summit, give me that Blanco dip. You know, I do love me some white queso.
The 816 says, you want some orange slices too? To me? So thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I think
get your Power Rangers lunchbox.
Exactly.
This year around baseball, there's been a lot of new food items that look cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think baseball has put an emphasis this year on fill the helmets with something.
Yeah.
People will buy that. Kling said for years, just put it in a helmet. I don't care what it is. I'm buying it. Like, put your beer in the helmet, too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Or, make sure every beer comes in like a bat.
Somebody says
that would be awesome.
That would
some
be
of them
great.
do. There are some of those out there.
Some of them are. That's to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but you've got to like chug that because you're holding it the whole time. And it's just going to get warm.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to that handle, it's just like a warm beer.
The problem is,
and then
I'm
the
gonna say
slushy
this,
ones become just straight liquid.
The problem is, okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's too big.
Yeah.
Like,
what she said.
seriously, like 44 ounces or 24 ounces of beer. That's a lot. It gets warm.
Yeah,
unless you are just a slammer out
99
there.
bottles of beer on the wall.
Yeah.
99 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. You never pass it around.
No.
Someone from the 402 said Big Mac and fries. I mean, depending on how tanked I get in the lot, I'd probably smash a Big Mac and fries.
A Big Mac and fries at a ballpark would be outstanding.
I bet it would hit differently.
I bet it does, yeah.
Yeah. Someone says if your answer is not cold oysters on an ice tray, then you're lying. I don't know if I want that in a baseball. Maybe if I'm in like, I don't know, like the South or like I don't know if I want oysters at a baseball game.
I mean, I love raw oysters.
Same. Just in the sun, though? I don't know.
But it's on an ice tray.
No. Where are you watching the game, man?
On a TV. How about this one from the 913? Deep fried deviled eggs.
All right, let's talk about those. Can you turn the music down and we can have a moment here to
take some Mac.
Talk about the deep fried deviled egg? Where do I get those? And how do you do it so it doesn't become a mess?
You do hard boiled egg. I've actually seen them done before.
Oh, okay.
On like a Food Network show. You do normal hard boiled egg,
right?
And then you get your panko crust and your egg wash, and you roll them, and then you drop them real quick in the egg fryer, pull them back out, or the egg fryer, the deep fryer, then pull them right back out.
So after you've already deviled the yolk, or
yeah. So I mean, the yolk's not gonna it's not gonna dissipate anymore.
No,
I
understand.
Yeah, you're gonna put it. You're gonna.
So you make the actual deviled egg, and then you roll that in panko.
Egg yolk, panko, and then throw it in the fryer, pull it out. And it only takes like that. It's so quick.
Yeah.
So you're not really frying the egg too much.
How messy is that?
Not very.
No?
I mean,
Does the fry hold it all together?
I mean, I would think so.
What do you dip it in? I mean, that screams ranch.
So what
does.
you do is like you do your hard boiled eggs,
right?
And then when you get your deviled egg stuff, you put it on the side, but you do the egg first or the shell first.
Oh, you fry the egg by itself,
and then you put the filling on top,
and then you put the filling on top of the fry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was confused.
Yeah. So
okay.
you would fry hard
fry
boil
the white
egg,
part.
Yeah, and then put the filling on top.
Gotcha. Okay,
Music
I can get into
back.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, if you could bring any sort of food into a ballpark, what would it be? 913-586-7965.
This recipe says serving with hot sauce is a must.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
which I
yeah.
know, obviously, Dusty.
Come on.
Yeah, Dusty would do that no matter what.
Tabasco Lord over here.
Also, forgot where I was, but as my side, I got cottage cheese the other day. Thought of you.
Thank you.
It's good. It's gas.
You sprinkle mayonnaise on that?
No.
Ugh.
No.
I got it with a salmon sandwich. That's what I got.
Somebody says ponchos, high boy burger. We used to get those and bring them to the game all the time. I've seen people bring in Chipotle to the game because you can bring food.
You can bring food in. Yeah, that's the secret. People don't know that. You can bring in your own food.
Someone wants to know, does Mac drink his milk with a straw as well?
He blows bubbles with the straw.
As long as it's chalky milk.
Yeah.
Somebody says Freddy's Burgers with McDonald's Sprite.
Nice.
The Culver's Reuben and cheese curds. I didn't know Culver's had a Reuben. Hello.
Okay. Culver's has a Reuben?
Found that out today. Somebody says Grinders Philly cheesesteak. That's actually in right field. You can get
really?
that.
Yeah, you can get grinders out there. Yeah, there's a little kiosk.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's in right field right before you get to
that burger stand.
Yeah, it's just right there. It smells so good.
Go stretch.
Yeah, there you go. Boston lobster roll on a pretzel bun.
Oh, okay. A lot of ballparks are offering this lobster. You had lobster stuff out there at the ballpark, didn't you, the other day? Like a fried lobster stick or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Was it good?
San Diego's offering a lobster and a helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a run on lobster? Has it gotten cheaper or something? Because all the ballparks are offering lobster now.
Somebody says BRGR has deep fried deviled eggs or something similar called Scotch eggs.
Oh, Scotch eggs are not deep fried. No, Scotch egg is completely different. That is a hard-boiled egg. Like, it's all fried together. I'm not a huge fan of
How do we not? This has been up on a lot on the text line. How do we not have a Taco Bell at a baseball game? Could you imagine?
You know what the cost is to put a stand out there? Taco Bell's looking at that going, you were going to have to sell 1 billion tacos a game.
Yeah, Taco Bell prints money. I mean,
Crunchwrap Supreme at the game?
Handheld.
Absolutely.
Somebody says Culver's Reubens are pretty damn good.
Good to know. Yeah.
Have you ever had anything bad at Culver's?
Never.
No.
Never.
No, never, ever.
That's
the problem with Culver's.
Right, exactly.
That's
There's
exactly.
one right there.
Yeah, I mean, you've never had anything bad at Culver's, man.
From the 417, Matt goes out to the ballpark and eats rectangle-shaped pizza, side of corn, and chocolate milk from junior high school lunch.
Yep.
And the Culver's Reuben is legit. Now we are on Culver's
Yeah,
Reuben.
now it's Culver's Reubens.
7,000 Squibb Road. If you're willing to go to Culver's and knock on the door and say, can you open up real quick for 3 guys and you try your Reuben sandwich? You think Reuben Studdard ever ate a Reuben? I don't know, but that's what we have
Would it be
conversations
like
about in the
eating
garage.
yourself?
Taco
If
Bell.
you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
Hey, doctor, what's with this mad cow disease? If we get that, are we going to go mad?
Mac has no clue about this right now, does he?
That's why I need to give him the best of Will Ferrell.
Oh, my God. Hey, Reuben, if you were a sandwich, would you eat yourself?
Yeah.
I know these skits.
Yeah. Somebody says on the text line they just need to have a table dedicated to like a crawfish boil. There's just newspaper everywhere.
Just go back and suck the heads.
Ooh. Hey, coming up on the other side, Ron Slay. I wonder if he's related to Darius Hayward. I'm just kidding. Ron Slay will join us to talk NCAA tournament here today because his Tennessee Vols, and so do Max. He's got the T on the shirt for his Vols. They play today. We'll get to Ron Slay and introduce him to one Bob Fescoe on the other side of 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Talked to my guys from Aspen yesterday, and Monday is the day. That's when they get to laugh their tails off at my lawn and go, ha, 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 look how bad your lawn is. And now we're going to take over, and we're going to fix this lawn, and we're going to make it look awesome. Because that's what the guys over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control do. They take your lawn that looks like mine, and they turn it into a masterpiece. And after years of trying to figure it out myself, I'm calling on the college-educated professionals over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control because they're going to get the job done right the first time. That's what they do. And when you see their blue trucks all around town, you know where they are, in front of the nicest lawns in Kansas City. They've been doing it since 1985, so they got a pretty good track record, 40 years of doing it in Kansas City with the best lawns, man. They have absolutely knocked it out of the ballpark, and they offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. Right now, you mentioned you heard this ad, you're going to get up to half off your first application. So expect the best. Do what I did and call the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, or better yet, just visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Chuck McDowell here again, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Warning, this is not my average commercial. Today, I'm a thorn in the side of bad timeshare exit companies. Over the years, I've seen way too many exit companies pop up, take people's money, and disappear like a bad magic trick. I even saw an ad from a new exit company started by a couple bozos that used to work for me. My advice, don't hire the bozos I fire. If you really want out of your timeshare, contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group. Look, you've heard me on the radio for almost a decade now, and our proven process has helped over 45,000 families get out of their timeshare permanently. Call my office for your free timeshare exit kit explaining your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-896-4200. That's 800-896-4200. 800-896-4200.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 westbound heading into downtown. You're slow past 27th Street. Stay slow over towards Truman with an earlier accident now off to the right shoulder. Kansas side very heavy on 435 eastbound. You hit delays before 69 highway. Stays heavy, not quite to Metcalf. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
The Royals Roundtable with Michael Massey, Kyle Isbell, and Josh Vernier. Friday, March 28th, starting at 6 o'clock at Hollywood Casino. Your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
We waste no time with our next guest because he is the man of the people, and he joins us now here on 96.5 The Fan. Ron Slay here with us. Ron, Mac's pissed because he took VCU to the Final Four.
Come on, Slay. What the hell?
I never said go to the Final Four.
Mac Daddy in the house.
I did. I was trying to give him the bonus points for the upset, but if all else fails, man, roll with the whole sheet. You would have saw, man. Final Four got Bama in it.
Hold on a second here. Now, I was out last week, so I'm new to meeting you. It's nice to meet you. I'm Bob. You're Ron. Love hearing you, my man. How are you?
I'm good, brother.
You told him to take VCU to the Final Four, and he did it?
No.
You must have some power. Tell me how you get Mac to do stupid things.
Sometimes, man, a headlock can take you a long way, man.
All right, Ron, let's get into it. How about this game tonight? Dynamite between Tennessee and Kentucky. Tennessee 0-2 against Kentucky this year, but this is when it really matters. So you can have your 0-2, but you want the big one tonight.
Absolutely, man. And then you got to think, man, when you just talk about sports and, you know, coming down to playing the team over and over, not likely, man, the team wins 3 times in a row in the same season. Like, it may be a carryover to a preseason game or something, but, man, you get real familiar with the team. I do think this one is a little different because of the rivalry. Both teams know each other. Kentucky shot the laces off the ball. They left off of it last time. So the last 2 times, shooting 50%. So I think, man, when you look at Tennessee and the game that they played, they didn't play bad. You know, they didn't make shots as far as playing bad when I'm saying the winning margin. Kentucky didn't blow them out. if you think a team shoots 50%, you automatically think, golly, this is going to be over with pretty quick. And neither game was like that. So I think you got to make some small adjustments. There's been some talking going back and forth. I like that. You got a team where you got a back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, a third-team All-American. And then on Kentucky side with Lamar Butler, you got a guy that feels he should have that spot. So I think the two guys that's leading both bunches is going to have a lot to say with their actions in this game.
Ron, do you like the fact that we're getting a rivalry game in the Sweet 16 like this? Obviously, we're seeing the tournament change. It's all the big boys that are left right now. We used to not see these conference matchups to like the Elite Eight or whatever it was. Now we're getting them a lot sooner. Do you like playing these rivalry games for such a big prize, if you will, at the end?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This ain't nothing but Popeye when he eat the spinach. That's all it is. He'll show his little bicep, and all of a sudden you see the train getting more fire thrown into it after he eats the spinach. That's exactly what it's doing for this rivalry. And on the flip side of it, man, you're getting some elite basketball being played as well. I'm all for the Cinderellas. I love that. I love when it comes down to it. But at the same time, if I can get elite basketball play, give me that day in and day out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we want the Cinderellas on Thursday and Friday, and then we want the big boys, right? And we got the big boys.
Yep. We got that, and we look like we're going to continue to get that. In this matchup, man, it's also it's been a lot made about the teams and what they can do, what they bring as far as the players, the personnel, the strategy. Man, I'm looking at the coaches, too. I think that's one thing that hasn't been talked about enough. Mark Pope being at this point, and his Achilles heel is always not being able to adjust. When he was with BYU, he can score, but what adjustments can you make to get over the hump when you trust the analytics? And then on the flip side, when you look at Coach Barnes, a veteran guy that's been there each year, he's taken another step, Sweet 16, Elite 8. This is another step in his process, to try to get to that Final Four and hopefully capture a championship in his Hall of Fame career. So these two in this chess game, who will bend, who will pivot quickest, who will rely on what got them there. That's what I can't wait to see this chess match by the coaches and their staff.
Talking to Ron Slay, former SEC Player of the Year for Tennessee. You can watch him on the SEC Network or go listen to him on a great radio station over there in Nashville, 104.5 The Zone. Slay, you mentioned chalk, the big boys making it through. Not a lot of upsets, minimal madness so far. People are up in arms. Oh, NIL, mid-majors are dead. What do you make about this? Is this because of NIL, or is this just, chalk this year?
No, I think, man, it's chalk this year. I don't expect this to happen next year. I also think that you put a little bit more on the mid-majors to say, okay, well, this is what we would like you to do. You go get your collective, NIL, whatever it may be, and you got to pour into one or two guys. This isn't football. You get you one or two guys, and you can get some good role players around yourselves and make a good run into the tournament. Look at Maryland. They went and got two big dog players, and they made a run. They didn't have a bench, but that doesn't mean that, you're going to make a Final Four run. But if you want to make it interesting, you go get you one guy, you pour into him. And I think not every mid-major, but most of the mid-majors can do that. Now, that takes another that takes intention with somebody in your alums or your boosters or whatever to say, you know what, we're tired of sitting around. We're not going to sit around and just watch our university, just go out here and try to compete, not have enough. Pour into it. It's more about that giving back. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to compete with the Power Four. Not at all. But if you want to make it interesting, it's okay to go pour into somebody and get a big-time player and build around them.
Were the retirement rumors legit with Rick Barnes, or is that something that, because, why are we talking about this guy retiring as we're going into the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think, man, it started with some comments he said at a tip-off club. He was actually praising Zakai Ziegler, saying that, man, this guy is really – he chose the wrong words. He was saying kind of rejuvenated and kept me into basketball and loving it this much. Him being a senior and people knowing that Zakai was going to be done after this took it as a sign as Rick saying I was going to walk away. this was the only reason I was still in the game. I think Coach Barnes, man, has made it known that he is still in love with the game. He's still in love with learning the game and going to continue building. They already got a roster put together for next year, so I doubt he wants to walk out on it right now, especially with the momentum that he has. I think he cleared all that up, but it came from him being at a ball tip-off club and saying some comments to praise Zakai Ziegler, and it just got kind of taken out of context a bit.
Talking to Ron Slay.
Plus he's 70 years old.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no doubt. Talking to Ron Slay here. Ron, tell me why I'm on the cabbage or something, but why do I love Michigan tonight plus 8.5?
You probably got that cabbage from California. I would think so. That would be the only thing I could come up with. But other than that, man, I think, man, you look at their bigs and the way that they play, how dynamic they are. You watch Janai Broome, he hasn't had the best outputs versus bigs that can be versatile. You got to come out away from the basket to defend. When you look at him playing against South Carolina early on, they had their way with him a bit, but his team was able to bail him out. I think on this grand stage, I feel that Auburn has hit that switch. I thought all along in this year, I kept saying it's one team in the country that can play through a game and hit a switch and say, all right, let's get it going. And that's Auburn. Because of their depth and their length, when you bring guys in off the bench like a Chaney Johnson or Tahad Pettiford being 6'3", 6'4", Chaney Johnson super athletic being 6'9", 6'10", like you can change some things up and give teams a hard time. But I think also Bruce Pearl does a great job of not letting his guys have to be defending a team like Michigan. He's going to make Michigan defend too. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. That 8 points is cool, but, man, this is for anybody that knows where the location of Auburn is to how far it is from Atlanta. This is a home game.
Home game, man. That's an hour and a half.
Oh, my God. The jungle travels, man. And I promise you, after what happened last year, after the players only meeting that Cardwell called, after the first round game, and then they come out and play the way they did against Creighton, this team will be focused. They will be having fun, and they will treat it like a home game. I expect them to win double digits, not more than like 15 or 16, but I expect them to win comfortably a 10 or 11-point game.
As long as they stay away from Magic City. Want to bring this up. Let's do a 4-leg parlay. You like that?
I won one last night.
That's right.
Love it.
Hey, man, stay true to it. Okay, Ole Miss, Michigan State. Who you got?
That is an ugly one right there. That's the only one I'm up in arms with. Listen, I love the SEC. Ole Miss got to prove it to me. I got to go Michigan State, but I'm only going money line, not the cover.
Okay, Kentucky, Tennessee. Tennessee's hanging 4.5.
Come on, Slay.
Tennessee is covering this. Tennessee wins by 8 to 9 points.
Okay,
wow, all right, let's go. Blowout.
Okay, Michigan, Auburn. Auburn's hanging 8.5.
Auburn, double-digit win.
Okay, and then Purdue, Houston. Houston hangs 8.5.
Houston covers. I don't believe Smith and his lawyer and those guys, I don't think they ever seen the type of menacing defense that they're about to see for 40 minutes. It's one thing to play against a team and the team exhale and take a break. I don't know if they have built-in oxygen tanks in these jerseys for Houston, but the defense they about to play, man, two hands around the throat, strangle. That's the defense you're about to see versus Purdue. Houston wins this.
Wow. Okay. I like your even with Purdue basically having a home game, huh?
I don't care if they bring Zach Edey back.
Hey, Ron, we did this today. We talked about if you could bring any sort of food into a ballpark that's famous, what would you bring? Mac Daddy, he said peanut butter and jelly.
Man, that's a bad boy right there, man. Hey, that's a good one now.
Thank you, Slay. I appreciate you.
Man, I just went on a Uncrustables craze during the SEC tournament talking about them. So I would be right there with you, but I would love to bring, some honey wheat bread, some Jif peanut butter, and some Welch's grape jelly, and sit in the stands and be able to make my own sandwiches. Absolutely.
You bring the whole loaf of bread and all the peanut butter and all the jelly and your own knife.
Damn right.
Hell yeah.
I like it. All right.
All right, Ron, we'll talk to you next week, buddy. We appreciate it.
All right, fellas. Be easy, man.
No doubt about it.
I like
Ron
that.
Slay.
I like bringing your own peanut butter to a game.
Hell yeah.
Just peanut butter and a spoon. Sit there and eat the peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I'd be in on that. I have Uncrustables in the freezer now. The kids wanted them.
Oh.
You know how many they've eaten?
None.
Classic.
Bring them into me and Mac.
They're just sitting
your
there.
other kids will eat them.
Yeah, come over anytime. Maybe after the event next Saturday or Friday at the Sand
that'd
Trap.
be good.
Oh, God, I love Ron Slay.
He's
What
great,
a
man.
guy.
He's fantastic.
Coming up on the other side, yesterday was opening day. What are your overreactions? 913-586-7965.
Call in too, right?
Oh, yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
913-586-7965. We get to your overreactions here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes content from the show. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, guys, it's Dusty Likens. How you doing? Remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably just laughed it off. No big deal, but then it happened again and again and again and then again. Now you know it's a problem. Erectile dysfunction is the intimacy destroyer. Research shows that men can draw apart from their partners when ED affects their sex life. The condition can cause stress, anxiety, and even depression. Even worse, a man's partner can start to blame themselves when the ED becomes a problem. How many guys out there have mediocre sex life? It's just good enough, or it could be really good. Maybe the pills are just working okay, but they could be better. There are a few things more wonderful in life than intimacy. But when erectile dysfunction harms intimacy, it can have a devastating effect on a relationship. Heartland Men's Health has treatments with success rates well over 99%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. So schedule a visit with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99, and it includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work, your in-office visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, I'm talking to you guys, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations, as always, to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas, Independence, Missouri, and their new office in North Kansas City. So go visit my people at Heartland Men's Health today.
Alex Gold once again telling you about Max Motors, the easiest place to buy a car, and maxmotors.com, or one of the 7 locations around the area. I was at the car wash the other day, and I'm starting to notice more and more vehicles that have that Max Motors logo right there on the back of the vehicle. More and more people finding out why Max Motors is the best place to find your brand new vehicle, right? It's all about finding that vehicle that you're going to love, and it's a great time to go to maxmotors.com and check out what they have right now, which is a new 2024 Ram 2500 Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $40,000. Stock number BF7089. Or how about a new 2024 Jeep Compass 4x4 starting at $23,000, stock number 90144. Must finance with dealer lender. Offer expires 4/1/25. Max Motors is not going to just rush you through the buying process without explaining you the total cost of ownership. It's why they're the best in the Midwest, the best financing options available with the max trade-in values in the Midwest. Max Motors, the easiest place to buy a car. maxmotors.com.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Baseball fans, take a swing at making entries on all your favorite players with Underdog. Baseball's officially back, and you can make opening day and every other game day more exciting with Underdog. It's one of the leading sports apps that you can now play in your state. Do you want to win up to 1,000 times your money? You can with Underdog. To play, just choose whether you're going higher or lower on their stats, strikeouts, home runs, hits, and so much more. And you can mix and match your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. Millions of fans have already won billions playing on Underdog. Their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews and millions of players. Download the Underdog app today and sign up using that promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to unlock a special offer for up to $1,000 in bonus credits when you make your first deposit. That's promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits instantly upon your first deposit. Must be 18 plus and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, 435 eastbound gets heavy past Quivira. Stays slow, not quite to Metcalf, with a stall now off to the left shoulder. Heading into downtown, 70 westbound slows at 27th Street. Stays heavy up to Truman, with an accident now off to the right shoulder. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Buddy just texted me from my group text, said, Dusty, do you have Slay on weekly? During the tournament, yes, he will be back next week. Ron Slay, new friend of the show. Love that guy. Really back at Mac, though, with that PB&J.
I know, yeah.
Whole jar of Jif and grape jelly, baby.
Go Vols.
You got to love that.
Vols help Vols.
I think I am going to be on the Vols tonight. But see, he didn't help me out. Because the one game that I'm struggling having to pick is that Ole Miss Michigan State game. Do I go against Izzo? Probably shouldn't.
You know what, though? Yeah, you should pick Tom Izzo in this one.
Because I'm all SEC OE, though.
Yeah, that has been the mantra, SEC OE, and Ole Miss has been really fun.
Yeah, I don't really know anybody on the team, but they're in the Sweet 16. So
I just know they've got this like point guard that runs around and shoots threes. And he's
is he
really
the one
good.
that wears the headband?
Yes.
Yeah. 913-586-7965. The phone line is yours.
Did you see what Jayhawk for Life just tweeted us about ballpark food?
Let me see.
This has got to be fake. The Yard Goats in Hartford have unveiled the Float Your Goat, a quarter-pound all-beef hot dog with chopped peppers, onions, bacon, and brown mustard submerged in a glass of 100% whole goat milk.
No.
I've told you a story about when I went to Jamaica, didn't I, with goat milk?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That made me almost puke. I'm not even kidding. I know I'm dramatic. Dramatic Dusty. Welcome to the show.
Ugh. That looks terrible.
Oh, my God. In goat milk.
Dude Wipes commented and said, "It's a no for us, dude." That's funny. It's good PR.
Oh, my God. Float your goat? That sounds like an Urban Dictionary term.
Oh, my God. That looks awful.
So from the text line, My overreaction, our leadoff hitting is worse than last year. I don't really feel that way, but I bet a ton of people, I bet other people's do.
Okay, we're through one game. Okay, it is overreaction. Never mind. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Jonathan India is going to be good, man. He is going to be good.
You don't wear your uniform like that and not be good.
Exactly. That's the key right there. You
Check
come out
that.
looking like that.
MJ does.
That's a baseball player right there, man.
Someone wants to know on the text line, is it male goat milk?
I don't know.
I hope not. We don't have a cow. We got a bull.
Yeah.
Thanks for the effort. I'm still not seeing Vern's podcast. I don't know what's going on with that. Sorry about that from the 816. We'll try to work on that.
Technical difficulties with the app.
The overreaction is I'm done with Darren Blanco. Then who else is your pinch runner?
Yeah.
Because you got to have one.
You got to have somebody.
What's Terrence Gore doing? You think Gerard Dyson can still do it?
No, those guys are they're kickback smoking cigars going, I haven't done this in 10 years. Don't call me.
Yeah, we'll see in a couple of months when we do the reunion tour.
Yeah. I think my biggest overreaction, and again, it's overreactions. We're having fun with this. Let's not be serious about this. It is overreactions like we do in the NFL. My biggest overreaction is our outfield stinks. We need help. And maybe that's not an overreaction.
And maybe that's just reality.
But we saw Hunter Renfroe yesterday.
Yikes.
We've seen MJ Melendez for a while.
Yikes.
Bono's okay out there in center field. He's all right. Nothing. But you could probably upgrade all three of those positions. And again, they busted their ass to do that this offseason, man. Sherman's ready to scratch checks for Santander. And then the Toronto Blue Jays came in and gave him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Overreaction from the 913. Bring back Bubba Starlin for right field. I think he's somewhere in Gardner.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just
with
chilling.
a lot of money on a lot of land.
Yeah, good for him, man. Go do you.
Overreaction from the 206. Jonathan India has the best hair in the major leagues.
I don't know if that's an overreaction. How could you not be in love with Jonathan India? I know he wasn't fantastic and he didn't go 4 for 4 yesterday and all that kind of stuff and kind of playing a new position, but I'm with Dusty, man. That guy just screams baseball player.
Great vibes.
Pure sex.
Yeah, I love that guy, man. I've been saying that since the day we got him. I was
really
so
have.
excited, and, yesterday wasn't a great day for anybody. Bobby wasn't good yesterday.
No.
That's my overreaction. What happened to our all-star? Here's another overreaction. Vinny Pasquantino for MVP. And I don't think it's an overreaction to say Bobby is Patrick, Vinny is Travis.
Overreaction, bring up Cags.
That is an overreaction, yeah.
Welcome to the Dusty fan club.
Yeah.
This is the overreaction. The Royals would have won that game if it was played at 119th and all.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Oh, God.
How come nobody in Kansas is talking, but the mayor keeps talking? Let me tell you something.
Overreaction, bring back Billy Butler, Director of Food Operations at the K. Oh, my gosh.
Great.
That's awesome.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Man, but somebody wrote in the notes, Pasquantino is going to stay healthy and be better than he was last season.
That was my overreaction, yeah.
Man, how good was he yesterday, though? What's more of an overreaction? And I'm being serious about this, that he stays healthy all season or that he's better than last season?
Probably the health.
I think so, too, because I think he can be better than last season.
Better.
He's a beast yesterday.
Overreaction for me, Vinny will not get hurt this year.
Gosh, that would be great.
I mean, if he doesn't get hurt this year, 161-1.
It's because someone's overreaction says Vinny Pasquantino is on pace to hit 162 home runs.
That's right. That's what I love about opening day, too. You just project it out over 162. It's very easy.
Yeah, 486 RBIs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Take that, Ted Williams, and your frozen head.
If Vinny Pasquantino hits 162 home runs and almost 500 RBIs this season, that's something. They'll put something on paper to represent that, I think.
I did look at the gambling sites. The win total for the Royals has dipped. It's now 82.5, not 83.5.
Okay, dropped a game,
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I'm at 161-1 and not 162-0 anymore.
From the 816, my overreaction is Hunter Renfroe looks washed.
I don't think that's an overreaction. I really don't. I think we kind of knew he was at the tail end of his career. But again, they needed somebody after they let Brent Rooker go. They signed Hunter Renfroe, overpaid, obviously, as we know now, for Hunter Renfroe. But it doesn't mean they're wedded to Hunter Renfroe either. If he continues to have games like he did yesterday, they may make a move. And I think they should make a move because this is a let's go win it this year type of season. And if you have weak links on that roster, then you need to replace those. Now, again, it's one game. We're not going to lose our minds over one game. But everybody loses their minds over one game in baseball. And that's why we had that topic yesterday. What's more devastating, losing game one of the baseball season or game one of the football season? It's game one of the baseball season.
Yeah.
It's game one of the baseball season.
Overreaction from the 816. Bobby Witt Jr. is on pace for 486 strikeouts.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he had the golden sombrero yesterday, right?
It's three. Four's the golden
What's
sombrero.
the three? The hat trick.
Hat trick.
Yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yeah. My thing, don't overreact to game one, all those things. But Renfroe, that arm strength isn't going to change. Sure, you make a mistake, you read a ball wrong, whatever. He two-hopped it down the first base line.
I don't think the Renfroe stuff is overreaction, though. I don't. I think that's a fair reaction.
Overreaction from the 417. Royals losing opening day before KU and MU fans had to get over their first-round losses in the tournament. Everyone a little sensitive yesterday. Some guy called into Vern's show we listened to this morning and said, it's just a tough time right now for Kansas City sports fans. The Super Bowl, the losses in the tournament, and then opening day. Boy, it's tough when it all happens in 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
I know it's been more than 3 weeks. Come on.
I mean, since February 8th, we haven't won anything. We have no wins since the AFC Championship game. Our professional teams have not won a game since January. Right? Because Sporting isn't.
Yes.
Well, the Current's got a couple.
The Current, yes. The Current, yes.
Overreaction. White Sox are going to go 162-0.
I don't know how that's an overreaction when that's the math.
Somebody says, if we played at Yankee Stadium yesterday, India has 2 bombs.
2 home runs.
And Renfroe has 1.
Yeah. No, it's true. It is true. When they build it 119th and Knoll, make it smaller, man.
816 says not just the throw, also how slow he was. Tracking that ball, got past him on the wall.
The gapper was a bad play. The one on the wall was really bad. Yeah, he looks slow out there.
People are saying he looks unathletic.
Yeah, I don't think the Hunter Renfroe stuff is overreaction at all. I think that's normal human reaction. The overreaction is Bobby lost it, Reagan's lost it.
Come on.
All that kind of Salvi's no good. And all that's the overreaction stuff. And that's fun. Ha, ha, ha. But I don't think the Renfroe stuff is overreaction.
From the 816, my overreaction is MJ Melendez will not play another at-bat in the MLB.
Well, that's an overreaction. He will,
Unfortunately.
But in all honesty, let's have a quick conversation on this one. Who do you think is replaced by Jack Caglione first? Renfroe or MJ?
Wait, who does Cags replace
Or
first?
let's just say anybody. Who's the first outfielder replaced? Is it
Melendez.
MJ or is it Renfroe?
MJ.
Renfroe.
I lean towards Renfroe, based on yesterday.
Well,
exactly. But also, too, cute pinch hit for MJ.
That's true.
And I don't want to hear about lefty. If you got confidence in a guy, just get up there and swing, right? You see the ball, hit the ball. But as George talked about with MJ yesterday, I mean, it looked like he was doing something right.
I liked his approach a little bit better. He got rid of the big high kick. He's got his hands in a better position to start a swing. Every once in a while, it's really, really good. And then every once in a while, once it goes back to that last year's swing. And I've had conversations with him telling him that, hey, if I was you, I would just take my top hand off all the time. And he's just a hard guy to get through to. And, hopefully his way works. It didn't work last year, in my opinion. And it worked some in spring training this year. He still strikes out a lot, but when he hits the ball, he hits it awfully hard. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's a strong kid. He's a real strong kid. We just got to cut down those strikeouts. That's all we got to do.
So that's George on MJ. That's not exactly a ringing endorsement of MJ Melendez, right? So you heard that yesterday. Then you saw him get pinch hit for. The Renfroe stuff, though, to me, if I need a hit and you're asking me who I'm taking, Renfroe or MJ, I'm probably going to lean towards MJ. That's just me. And I could be totally wrong on that one, right? That's just kind of where I am right now. After watching Renfroe, yes, it's hard for me to have any faith in that guy right now.
And defensively, MJ.
That's right. Yeah.
Defensively, I think he provides more, right? Wouldn't you take him defensively over Renfroe?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I may take us over him yesterday. That's an overreaction, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times yesterday we were sitting there in the stands watching, and I was like, man, if India hits a home run here, he will win the city over.
He will be a hero, yeah.
Imagine if Caglione started in right field yesterday and hoses down one of those players at home plate.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy throws 100 miles per hour as a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact, without even seeing him throw a ball from right field, it's better than what I saw yesterday.
But I think we're also going to seek help from outside the organization. I think that Taylor Ward is a kid to watch out in Anaheim. He's been linked to the Royals for the last year or so. He's a nice player. Look, Anaheim got their doors beat off yesterday by the White Sox, man. You lost 8-1 to Chicago yesterday.
Go get Mike Trout.
Well, isn't he hurt? You know, like, do you get Mike Trout over here? Like, Mike Trout would be that guy you trade for. He'd have one game and then blow a knee, and you'd never hear from him again.
Or he just has bad, omens in Anaheim, and he needs to get somewhere else.
Could be.
Send him Gavin Cross. You really want to set the city on fire again?
But see, but that's the guy everybody wants, right?
He's a stud.
Yeah, that's the guy that everybody wants. And so when you look at the Royal system, Baseball America has them in the low 20s. Like, I've talked to some scouts around baseball about the system. They're like, yeah, Gavin Cross, there's not a lot to deal from in the system. And that's kind of the issue right now. They've got to get stronger. They're doing good things at the big league level. Now you need to get stronger at the minor league level. And you got Gavin Cross, you've got Jack Caglione as your two kind of big guys that, like, everybody would say, yeah, you want this guy. Well, you got to give us one of those. They're not willing to part with one of those guys at this point in time to get another big leaguer up here. So you're going to have to find creative ways to do it. And once these teams start falling off, then they're going to start pairing off their players. And so, like, if Anaheim can start 0-10, then maybe that gives us a little opportunity to go get Taylor Ward. I know the White Sox obviously want to trade Luis Robert, but we don't have enough in the system to match up with some of the
franchise.
They're undefeated. Mm-hmm. They're an undefeated franchise this year. They're on pace to go 162-0. So why do they want to trade Luis Robert at this point? And also, you're probably not going to trade him to a division rival. I don't necessarily see that happening, but I just don't think the Royals have enough right now that they can match up with to trade for Luis Robert. And he's going to be the hottest name out there. He'll probably be in, a Yankee or a Dodger or something at this point in time. But, I just wish the Royal system was a little bit deeper so you could start looking and say, okay, we can go get that guy. Maybe we can go get that guy as well. But I think there's a good chance by the time we're at the All-Star break, you see Jack Caglione and somebody from outside the organization in this outfield.
I would say by the All-Star game, my hot take overreaction would be your outfield will be Kyle Isbell in left, Michael Garcia in center, and Jack Caglione in right.
That's a possibility.
How much of an upgrade is that to your outfield?
That's a possibility.
Not massive, but that's an upgrade.
I like Michael Garcia as well, too, man.
So does George.
I know he does. He's a good player. I like Freddie Fermin. I just like guys that I know when they come up to the plate that I believe that they can get a hit. Freddie Fermin's that way for me. I know Garcia wasn't great last year, guys. I'm not stupid, but there certain players you just have certain attractions to. Garcia's been one of those guys. India's one of those guys. You just feel confident when they're up there. Freddie Fermin gets that bat in his hand. He goes up there. That's like a boss walking to the plate, man. That's Guy Fieri with his knives and his pots and his pans marching into the kitchen like Vince McMahon. That's how I look at Freddie Fermin when he goes up to the plate, man.
I don't know if I want Vince McMahon in my kitchen.
No, but that march that Vince McMahon has, that's Freddie Fermin walking up to the plate. Like, you feel great when Freddie Fermin's coming up.
What was worse for the Angels yesterday? Losing 8-1 to the White Sox, see Mike Trout get hit in the hand, or seeing Nicky Lopez pitch? Because that happened yesterday.
I mean, that's a really good threesome. I can't believe the Angels signed Nicky Lopez.
Well, he pitched yesterday. So.
That tells you how good Nicky Lopez is.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider, and Cade Smith makes quick work of the best threesome in the American League with Pasquantino and Perez, and it's 4-3 Guardians.
The best threesome in the American League, baby.
That's right. Let's get into the two things we're going to turn to this weekend that we do around 8:30 every Friday. So, Matt, go ahead and start us off as the turning two this weekend.
I think it's that time. Yard work has begun. I'm going to go get the lawnmower. Mom got an extra one, so I'm going to go take hers.
Your mom's hoarding lawnmowers?
Yeah, I don't know. She bought she got one. A good deal on one. She had an extra one, so I'm taking hers from the garage.
It's a Kaiser blade. Some people call it a lawnmower blade. I call it a Kaiser blade.
I'll push that, mow the lawn for the first time, and then watch the ball.
Mow?
Oh, God,
front yard.
I need to mow. Aspen's coming on Monday to look at this thing, so I'm kind of letting it just kind of hang out for a while. Them laugh their asses off at how bad our lawn is, like everybody else in the neighborhood does.
Watching ball and mowing the lawn.
That's it.
It's a good
Hanging
weekend.
Out. Yeah, we chill. Yeah, weather hopefully stays like this.
It's not.
It's not. Sunday's supposed to be.
Yeah, if you're gonna mow, you got to mow Friday or Saturday morning.
I was planning on Saturday morning.
Yeah, because Saturday about 10 o'clock, it's gonna be a storm.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Saturday's supposed to rain too?
Saturday night around 10 p.m. Storm moves in, and then a cold front moves in. It's gonna be a high of 57 on Sunday and Monday, and then we get back to like the 60s.
This is March.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Kind of messes up my plans. I'll do it Saturday morning.
Yep.
Well, or do it after work today.
Do it Saturday morning.
Yeah, you're right. I could do it today.
Introduce yourself to the neighbors and introduce your neighbors
7
to
a.m.
yourself and mow your lawn Saturday at 7 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. is the limit. I got the jackass that always mows around 4 o'clock on Sunday. Like, that's come down time, get ready for the week, 60 minutes. And you're mowing at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon? That sucks.
You said 9. I think 9's okay. I think
9's
10.
9. Nah,
10's perfect.
10's great.
We've had this discussion for years. It always comes back to be about 9 o'clock. People weigh in.
Okay.
About 9.
9? Okay.
Mine is, I'm going to watch the Royals, of course, right? Saturday and Sunday, I'll have it on the TV, be ready to go. And then bet on college basketball.
Yes.
Because I'm running out of time, man. And then it's just baseball bets where I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. So watching the Royals on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm gonna obviously be at Hollywood Casino tonight for the Royals Roundtable, 6 to 7:30. Michael Massey, Kyle Isbell, Josh Fernier, everybody from 96.5 The Fan, Hollywood Casino. Hope to see you guys out there. Maybe I can't be out there because I'll be bad luck and everyone will lose their bets.
That's true.
So maybe I have an excuse not to show up. No, I'll be there. Lots of college sports betting from the basketball side, and then the Kansas City Royals. That's what my turning two is this weekend.
Yeah, I like that as well. It's starting of the outside stuff. I think we put the patio together this weekend, hang those TVs back outside, get ready to watch the games outside. It's something I just love doing.
Saturday will be a great day for that.
Yeah, it will be. And then we have so we got something surprise going on Saturday, so I can't say it on the air. So
you're going back to surprise?
I wish.
Oh.
Renfro, maybe. Extended spring training. Yeah.
Eesh. I mean, there is a nice surprise in Arkansas. Jack Caglione. I don't know. God, I love Post Malone. You seen that commercial, Bud Light? It's Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
Love it.
Is there a better twosome you'd want to hang out with on a patio than
What a
those
great
two?
marketing play by Bud Light, too, those two guys. Yeah, that's awesome.
We can't drink beer on beer commercial? All right, 3, 2. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Post Malone at the Super Bowl was awesome
Yeah,
for
that
the
was
two songs
cool.
we saw.
That was still so cool.
It was
man.
awesome.
He sounded great.
Yeah.
I was like, this is actually happy. This is Post Malone.
And then the game started.
And then, fun ended right after that.
And gone.
And the season's over.
Yeah, after every song, he'd say, "Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Austin Richard Post. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen."
I didn't know his name was Austin Dick Post.
No.
I had no idea. Good for him.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, we'll get into the Rich of the Week here in about 20 minutes. But yeah, good. God, we are so old. Yard work,
baseball.
Royals. Golly.
Mac's like, I'm only 26 and I eat peanut butter and jelly at the ball game.
So does Ron Slay.
Heck yeah, me and
Slay takes a whole loaf.
You're getting old very fast, Mac. Imagine if Josh was still here, how much older you'd be acting.
Yeah, exactly.
But good tip. Go home
tapioca.
and mow your lawn today. When you get
Yeah,
home,
I
just
think
do
you're
it today.
right.
Get
Yeah,
it
I
done.
think you're
And you're
right.
done. And it's
then the weekends.
It's like 11 o'clock on a Friday. You're done. You have nothing to do the rest of the
Yeah, it's
weekend.
true. Mm-hmm.
Knock it out of the ballpark. Do not wait on that.
So-
Get that thing done.
Somebody said from the 816, don't forget Mom's meatloaf when you pick up the mower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Momo's butter cake.
That's what I need.
You won't mow if you go eat
Tell you,
something.
Rob
Hey,
Maloney
Mo,
needs Momo's butter cake this morning. The way he's feeling, I'm sure.
Somebody says you need to talk Cody and Drew into having their drink off tonight. Well, Cody, I don't know if he's going to be there. He's not there today. He's having a tough time with the Royals' loss.
Yeah.
So
Called in Binkley.
Yeah, it's Binkley and Gold today from 10 to 2. So no Cody Tapp on that show because he's heartbroken.
Cody and Drew in a drink off?
Drew doesn't drink.
I was going to say, Drew, 2 Mike's Hards. He's going to be done.
Yeah, he's like 109 pounds soaking wet.
Is Drew like my age now where you're like, I have one cocktail, like, I'm good for the night?
Pretty much.
That's about it.
Or he's like Joey Chestnut, 0 tolerance, can eat 55 hot dogs, drinks 1 beer. The guy's smashed.
Yeah, but Drew isn't a douchebag like that guy was.
Exactly.
You guys want a picture with me?
No.
Not really. No, I'd rather not.
No, you're in a...
Yeah. Somebody says, what are you guys going to do? Watch all that this weekend and then go ahead and watch Murder, She Wrote?
Maybe. Is that on Netflix?
I don't know.
Is it Murder, She Wrote anywhere streaming? Murder.
She Wrote.
She wrote.
913-586-7965. Coming up on the other side, the NFL win totals are out. What are the Chiefs, and do we smash the over? Because it's 11.5. That's the spoiler alert, and the answer, of course, is yes, and we'll tell you why. 913-586-7965. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
60 minutes. Hey, it's Michael Waka, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Hi, Mia here at the winnings desk of the Missouri Lottery. With 56 million winning tickets last year, anyone can win big. So set your destination to winning, like gas stations, grocery stores, or anywhere you can buy a ticket. The Missouri Lottery. Winners welcome and play responsibly.
From Kansas City to the capital city, Washburn University will surprise you. A tight-knit college in a city of opportunity, Washburn offers the best of both worlds. Close, but not too close. Small classes and big experiences. Public, prestigious, and affordable. Above all, Washburn delivers a personalized education you won't find at larger schools. See how Washburn is just right at washburn.edu/KC.
Here is your Game of the Week, presented by Hyundai. Baseball is finally back. The grass is cut perfectly, the chalk is fresh, and the playing field is level. To start the season, Atlanta will be on a West Coast road trip as they face off against another title contender in San Diego. Two of the league's best rotations look to silence the bats of two of the league's best lineups. Who will start the season right when we finally play ball? At the Hyundai Getaway sales event, get deals so right it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. But don't wait. The Hyundai Getaway sales event is going on now, so visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The grass pad man has all the seed you need. Now who can make your lawn thick, lush, and green? The grass pad man can. He has grass seeds for everybody's plans. Dogs and kids in your yard playing hard. After the fun and the sun, you gotta reseed your lawn. So come on down to the grass pad. The grass pad's high on grass.
Robsite Ford. Non-commissioned staff, low prices, best trade-ins, and the biggest selection. Visit robsite.com. 2025 is the year Robsite Ford makes history. With non-commissioned sales staff, the lowest prices on brand new Fords, best trade-in values, and the biggest selection, we've got it all. Visit Robsite Ford, the top-rated Ford dealership on Google. robsite.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, 435 eastbound moves better. Really no delays from Quivira over towards Metcalf. Missouri side heading towards downtown, still slow. 70 westbound around 18th Street, you hit delays. Stays heavy over past Truman with an accident off to the right shoulder. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
From the 913, Murder, She Wrote is on Peacock. From the 816, Murder, She Wrote is streaming on Prime.
60 Minutes will be coming up following football, followed by Murder, She Wrote.
I've never watched Murder, She Wrote.
Why did he pause so hard?
It was like an inside joke with him and Matt. And if you go back and watch the documentaries, they talk about that all the time. They wanted to see how long they could go with the pause, because it was Murder, comma, She Wrote. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a big,
I used to do that with Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah. I love
60 Minutes will be coming up following football, followed by Murder, She Wrote.
913-586-7965. NFL has released its odds on win totals. There are 3 teams with the top total: the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. What is that number? 11.5. That's the lowest that's been for the Chiefs in 3 years?
No, it was that way last year. I think I read it to you yesterday, and I wish I could find them again where they were. But the Chiefs have been 11.5, I think, for the last 3 years. They were 12.5.
Okay, see, I remember the 12, and I thought 12.5 was last year.
No, it was 2 or 3 years ago now.
After the first Super Bowl victory?
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was... I don't know. We've been to so many Super Bowls, Dusty. I can't keep them all straight. But it was like 11.5, 11.5. I think 12.5 was 2 or 3 seasons ago when they were 12.5. Opened the season at 12. But they've been the favorites, the top team in that number for the last 5 seasons. Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and Eagles all coming in at 11.5. And look, I say you smash the over on that one. That's just kind of how I am. You got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. You think they're going to win more than 11 games? Probably. If they win 11, you're like, They win 10, you're like, whoa, what happened? But remember, 11-6 is now 11 wins in the NFL. You've got that 17th game. So 11-6 is okay. 12-5 is much better. You look at the schedule. I don't see them losing this year. But 5 games maybe you have that you're going to lose. Say you lose 5 games, you still won 12. I say you hammer the over on that one.
Since 2028, they've won at least 11 games every single year. 2018, sorry. 12-4 in 2018, 12-4 in 2019, 14-2 in 2020, 12-5 in 2021, 14-3 in 2022. The 11-6 year they won the Super Bowl, which was the debacle of everybody dropping passes,
right?
And Kadarius Toney, and then last year obviously 15-2. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah, right.
They're winning 12 games.
At least.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least in my opinion, they're going to have the receiver room ready to go. You're going to have Hollywood, Rashee Rice, and Xavier Worthy, but there is a chance that Rashee Rice could be suspended.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Travis Kelce, the Swan Song season coming up. Mahomes, your quarterback, Andy Reid, your head coach. Brett Veach gets ready to get in Brett Veach season. By the way, it was good to see all of them at the stadium yesterday. It was Donovan, Veach, Sherman, and Andy Reid in that photo.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty.
didn't see that one there. Yeah, that's good.
Donovan, royal blue hoodie on for the Chiefs. Veach, Connect blue, royal or powder blue hoodie. Sherman, business as usual.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, powder blue, navy blue, royal blue, Hawaiian shirt.
There you go.
It's
Let's
perfect,
go.
man. It was so great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 11.5, man. I mean, you know me, the gambling guy here with Alex Gold as well. Mac is, I mean, this is a bet. I think that it's safe. I mean, like, if they don't get over that, like, I mean,
I think it's a low number, guys.
Well, let's talk it out. Let's play the other side because it's easy, right? Chiefs fans, 12 wins. What? Mahomes, 12 wins? Best division that we've all said in football. We've all dubbed it the best division in football. 2 really good teams, one of which is going to be competent in the Raiders. So 3 competent at least teams that aren't slouches. The NFC East is the division. 2 teams in there are really good. Super Bowl contending teams, I'd say. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. If you don't want to give the Commanders that title yet, fine. They're a really good team.
No,
so right
they
there,
were in the playoffs. Like, going into this season, they have to be looked at as a contender.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Top
yeah.
7 quarterback.
Yeah.
So right there, that's 5 teams that are going to be that you're going to play twice. So that's 6. That's 8 games. That's pretty tough right there.
You're going to play the Raiders twice. You're going to beat the Chargers at least once. You're going to beat the Broncos at least once. You're going to beat Dallas. You're going to beat the Giants. So there's 6 wins.
6 of the 8, you just got wins right there. Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
No, I get you.
Just, rawing it out, right? I mean, I think there's at least 6 wins right there. Plus, who's to say you don't sweep the Chargers? Who's to say you don't sweep the Raiders? I mean, really, like, that defense against Geno Smith, I trust
Yeah, like,
him.
are you scared of Geno?
No, gosh, no.
I think we look at the Raiders and they're competent because they got Pete Carroll.
The other thing-
That's a
Well,
great hire. But they also have Geno Smith.
Yeah, Geno's good.
Yeah.
I think Geno's good.
But he's not a guy that keeps me up at night.
No, but there's only one guy in my mind right now that does. So, and he's 0-4 in the playoffs against the Chiefs.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From our buddy Miles, Patrick will go scorched earth, win MVP, and will win 14 games.
Let's go.
I don't disagree
love
with
it.
that.
I mean, 14 and what? 14 and 3?
14 and 3. Yeah, you don't play the last game of the season.
Let's say at worst they go 12 and 5. That's still over.
It's still over.
Still over.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I'm with
they
you.
don't go 12 and 5, they go 13 and 4. Still the over. I mean, if anything, I will say I do like the fact that you have in this that the other two teams are the Bills and also the Ravens. I might, maybe take the Ravens on the under.
At 11.5, Ravens under. Okay.
Because what we've seen is there's been one true team that stayed consistent. That's the Kansas City Chiefs, right? At least 11 wins, or at least, in the last since 2018. The Ravens, it's been their 3-year run. Falls short every single year in the playoffs. AFC Championship game 2 years ago, lost. This year, divisional round against Buffalo, lost. Buffalo, I think, hits that number. The Bengals at 10.5 is interesting.
That's a crazy number right there because...
And it's minus 130.
I look at that and I'm like, God, the under's screaming for me to take that.
Really?
Because they don't have a defense.
Yet.
They're
going to draft and develop, they said.
How long is that going to take, right?
They're trying to sign Trey Hendrickson.
But until they get some guys on the defensive side of that football, man, I'm not in on them.
What do you think about the Broncos at 9.5 as their win total? Because I like the over on that.
I was going to say the same thing. I do. I kind of like the over on that.
I like the over on that, too, and that's what scares me is that I think everyone's going to be like, whoa, 10 wins? Easy. Smash.
But
So
does
what am I
Bo
missing?
Nix take the next step, or does he have that sophomore slump?
Is it the C.J. Stroud type slump?
But they still won the division and made the playoffs,
But is the AFC South
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
But you also have Sean Payton as your head coach, and he's a Super Bowl winning head coach, right? Like, you can't discredit that. So I like the over. I don't like the Giants number at 4.5. I liked it at 3.5, and I would have taken the over at 3.5.
Yeah.
Now you're asking them to win 5 games.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Can Russell Wilson do that?
Also, the Chiefs, so you were saying earlier, they play the AFC South this year?
Yep.
Is that right?
That's nice.
So you're winning against Jacksonville?
Yeah, it should be.
You're winning against Houston, I think.
Tennessee and Jacksonville and Indianapolis.
You might sweep the South. There's 4 wins.
Should. The Lions, that's a tough out of... That's maybe the toughest out of...
I don't know about the Lions, man. I'm hitting the pause button on the Lions right now. You lost both your coordinators. And I was looking at something yesterday.
It's true.
I forget who they were talking to. It was maybe Kay Adams at that golf tournament or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Sam Laporta. She was. I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about losing Ben Johnson and like how big a loss this is going to be for them. Remember, you've got a head coach that bites kneecaps, and that's me. I'm Dan Campbell, right? I'll bite your kneecap. I'll be that guy. But I was going to hire the right coordinators to be underneath me. He had great coordinators underneath him. Ben Johnson did an amazing job. Look what they did with Jared Goff, how great he was. That offense was clicking. Aaron Glenn was a great defensive coordinator. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works going forward.
It's one thing when a quarterback loses a receiver and a tight end. It's a different thing when a coach loses a coordinator and another coordinator.
Yeah, you're losing both coordinators.
And it took the Eagles a year off of being bad for them to get back on the horse last year. So,
yeah, you're right about that. That's
yeah.
a good comparison.
Yep.
That's a really good comparison, Mac. I like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So you lose both of your coordinators. So I'm holding steady on them. I'm surprised there's a number for Pittsburgh right now at 8.5. Why is that funny?
It's because they don't have a quarterback.
Right. Like, so do you hedge yourself and say, all right, they may go get Aaron Rodgers. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. Do you hammer the over right now?
Is it bad that I think this just could go really poorly in Pittsburgh this year? This could be the year where it kind of all finally implodes.
They need one of those. And I'm being serious.
I agree.
They need one of those because we're on March 28th, almost April. They don't have a quarterback. And there isn't one in the draft.
No.
Now, unless they're holding out for Kirk Cousins, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers like, okay, I'm ready to play there. And Pittsburgh goes, yeah, we already traded for Kirk Cousins.
That would be great.
Because I feel like this is Aaron Rodgers holding this team hostage right now. And I'm surprised Mike Tomlin's letting that happen. But that shows you how desperate they are.
I did see a funny cartoon meme yesterday, and it was Aaron Rodgers in a row with his headphones in, sitting at a table with a lit little candle, and he was holding a mushroom in his hand, and it said, retire or go to the Steelers. And then at the top, it just said, make up your damn mind already.
Seriously.
He is not either one of our Richards of the week, but it is 9 o'clock on a Friday. Can you believe it's already 9 o'clock on a Friday? Woo. Wow.
Mac will have his lawn mowed in less than 2 hours.
That's right, baby. Mow that lawn, Daddy. Coming up on the other side, it is our Richard of the Week, and we dive into that here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty. Subscribe and watch the show on YouTube by going to our channel at The Fan 965, Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Doug.
Quickly, Moo. We don't have much time. This Liberty ad is already almost over. We only have a few precious seconds to remind people to customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Okay. Well, I guess we had more time than I thought.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Brought to you by Urban Air.
Urban Air is where fun takes flight. With our awesome attractions, it's always an adventure. Visit urbanair.com today to find your local park and book your tickets, membership, or birthday. Urban Air, let them fly. Attractions vary by park.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Very slow into downtown right now. 29 southbound, you hit delays around Front Street, and it just intensifies the closer you get to downtown with an accident past 11th Street. You're down to one left lane getting by. Northbound slow as well in the immediate area. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey, it's MJ Melendez. Catch Vern's On Deck show 1 hour before first pitch right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Somebody says from the 816, come on, man. You know he's retiring. And then somebody says Tomlin should get out now. And then we have another gambler on the text line from the 479. Chiefs to win the AFC, Royals to win the AL, and Houston to win it all. Parlay, 559 to 1. $100 wins $55.9 thousand.
Houston to win the college basketball?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, say those again.
Chiefs to win the AFC.
Okay.
Royals to win the AL.
Okay.
And Houston to win it all.
I don't really hate that bet.
559 to 1. $100 though to win $55,000. That's a big bet.
Which one are you most leery of?
Royals.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am at that.
Especially what Baltimore showed us yesterday.
Baltimore, you're talking about overreaction. There's two overreactions from that game. Baltimore's the best team ever assembled, and Toronto is ass.
I mean, Adley Rushman's on pace to hit 200 home runs. He had 2 yesterday. That lineup is stacked.
Will they be able to last, though?
Yes.
I mean, because that's what they would start out great for the last couple of years, and then they fizzle.
Yeah. Boston's going to be good.
He's on pace for 324 home runs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a good baseball reference card.
How many home runs you have this year? 324.
We got to fix the game.
Lower the mound.
Yeah. It is 9 o'clock here on Fescoe and Dusty, which means we get into the Richard of the Week.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me.
Richard of the Week.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Richard of the Week time here on Fescoe and Dusty, sponsored by no one, but someone could step up. 913-586-7965. Maybe you have a Richard of the Week. Bob, why don't you start us off? Because something tells me it's going to be something with aviation.
Oh, it usually is, because there's one thing that we all just dread, and that's the airport and flying. Nobody likes that experience. It's miserable for all of us, right? Imagine if you had the trip of a lifetime paid for. You're ready to go. You get on that plane. You take off from San Francisco, and you're on a United flight, and you're headed to China. And you're sitting back, and you're like, man, I've dreamt about this my whole life. I can't wait. This is the dream trip. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're 2 hours into our flight, but we're going to need to turn around and go back to San Francisco. What? Why? Plane troubles? Did somebody flush themselves? Like, what are we doing here? Why? The pilot forgot his passport.
Jeez. Of all people.
Oh.
I mean, that's not the equivalent, but imagine like driving with someone to, let's say, Chicago.
Okay.
Well, we're going to go see VIP.
All right.
And you forgot your ID and we're in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got to turn the car around and go get my ID.
Probably not going to do that. No, sorry. I mean, I'm old enough. I got gray hair. If you're not going to serve me, we'll find a bar that will. You know,
Right.
like at that point in time, it's like too bad.
2 hours into your flight and you've got to turn that thing around. No chance, dude.
You're out over the ocean, and you know, I was telling my wife this story. She goes, "Why did they just return to the closest airport?" I go, "They did.
Yeah,
they had to go back. He didn't have his passport. They had to go back to the mainland and land that thing. They took him off the plane. They claimed something happened, but some nonsense. Then."
Yeah, they Gomer piled him.
Then, to make matters worse, for the troubles of the passengers who are now going to be delayed like some 12 hours of getting to their dream vacation with a 12-hour flight still ahead of them, to reward the passengers, United Airlines gave every passenger a $15 voucher to get something to eat at an airport restaurant. Wow. When was the last time you got anything for $15 at the airport?
A magnet?
I mean,
it was
that's
like
even tough.
$9.
Yeah, with tax and forget about it. $15 voucher they gave everybody to get something to eat at the airport where everything's $21.95.
Insulting.
That is insulting.
No,
That's
honestly,
the ad.
slap
One
in the
word.
face.
Yeah, one word. Insulting is the word that you're going to use in that situation.
Guess what, Pilot Richard? Your ass is staying in the cockpit, and you're not getting off the plane.
I mean, that's just like, all right, headed out, honey. All right, where are you going this week, honey? I'm going to China. Okay, have fun. And you get to the airport, you're like, oh, and you're in the air. Oh, I don't have my passport. Like, when you fly international, they check your passport at the gate before they let you on the plane in the United States.
Yeah.
Pilots go, see you later.
See, I'm good.
Someone said from the 314 he gets throat punched on my way out of the plane.
Right? Like I hope like either he was locked in the cabin ahead or they let him out first, because I don't blame passengers if they were irate and acted up on that one. That and then you give me a $15 voucher to use at Five Guys at the airport?
Yeah, get F.
Yes,
Yeah.
seriously.
I don't know
No.
what's more of a Richard move. The fact that the pilot forgot his passport, had to fly back, or the fact they're like, here's $15. No, you're now feeding me booze until I get off this plane to China for a 19-hour flight.
There should have you had a 2-hour flight back, right?
So 4 hours in the plane.
Right. But you had a 2-hour turn. Get a freaking pilot at the gate so when we land, Jerky McJerkerson gets off and the new guy gets on and we just go.
Yes.
Squeeze some gas in there and let's move this thing.
Attention, passport. We do not have our passport with our pilot. You'll have to wait again as we turn around for another 2 hours. Thank you very much for flying Delta.
You have 2 hours. You're in San Francisco. Obviously a big base for United Airlines. You got people hanging out. Anybody got their passport?
Someone says, imagine.
Hey, Bob, come on. You're flying this one.
Someone says, imagine being the co-pilot. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the hero.
What do they always tell you? Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch? Like, are you supposed to,
That's my dad, my whole life with the OCD. We got a family of OCD, and you and I were
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
how we share that together. I walk out the door, I go, wallet, keys.
I did it yesterday when I left my car. I literally honked my car to
Phone.
lock it. And I was like, oh, no. And my buddy's like, what? I was like, oh, I just made sure I had my key because I had the tailgate open.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. And I literally,
Right.
And then
I was
still.
like 2 minutes later, I was like, wait.
And
Okay,
I
never
wouldn't
mind.
wish this condition on anybody. It
No,
sucks.
it's
And
terrible.
Dusty and I have talked about it. We both share this OCD, and it's awful. My dad will pull out of the driveway. He'll count the garage doors. He makes sure the stove is turned off 10 times. The locking of the door. It's an awful thing to deal with. And I've got it now, and I know we've talked about it. And you hit that button, you're like, oh my God, where's my key? And you freak out for a second. You always do. But you always check your pockets, my dad told me. You got my wallet, I got my keys, I got my phone.
Yep.
Got it all ready to go.
Mac, you got a Richer of the Week?
Yeah, Ron Slay talked about it. That
Oh, I
reporter.
thought you say Ron Slay. I was like, dude, get out.
Yeah.
Never. Big
Yeah.
play Slay. No, he's my guy. Reporter asking Rick Barnes if he's going to retire. Or really, the reporter who wrote the story, rather, about Rick Barnes
Florio?
retiring. Yeah, classic Florio move.
Did Florio say that?
I mean, honestly, if he would have been there, he would have. But, I mean, it's like, if you listen to the audio, it's completely taken out of context. Rick Barnes, as Ron Slay beautifully described. He's talking about a senior point guard who's given his all to this team, Zakai Ziegler, and talks about how it rejuvenates him to come back to the game and gives him motivation as well, just like it does the rest of the team. And then that article gets written, oh, Rick Barnes may be done. It's like, dude, he's got more years on his contract. They're getting ready to play in the Sweet 16. Like, couldn't you just not write that article right then? But we've seen that here in Kansas City, right? Kelsey every year is going to retire. Every year Andy Reid's going to retire, So I get it, but it sucks.
Yeah, we went through it with Roy Williams, and I remember when I was doing KU pre and post, and it was after Arizona and Duke, and that year when Roy ended up leaving, and we got word he was gone, and so we were talking about people were pissed on the post game show. We'd just beaten like Arizona and Duke to go to the Final Four in that Elite Eight Sweet 16. And I'm doing the postgame show. I'm like, Roy's leaving. It's official. He's going to be gone after the season. And that got into the way of everything. So, yeah, I understand. But when stories happen like that, like this one ended up not being a story.
Yeah, not a story.
The Roy Williams one, obviously,
I get it,
was the story at that point in time.
Yeah, somebody asked on the text line, do you think if a passenger forgot their passport, the plane turns
Hell
around?
no, they wouldn't.
No. You're screwed.
$15.
But again, they check your passport when you get, so there's no way you can even get on that plane without having that passport in the United States. You forget your passport, you ain't getting on the plane.
Right.
You ain't got no passport, you ain't getting no Coke. So there's no getting on the plane.
I'll take a Coke.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that,
what are we doing here?
The $15 thing may be the bigger Richard move. Like people make mistakes. I get that's a big mistake.
Yeah.
Here's a $15 voucher for your troubles.
Yeah, I'd almost rather have nothing.
We have
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Because that would just take
that's
me
a
off
bill.
more.
The $15 voucher is now a bill. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
spend money that I wasn't counting on spending because you gave me $15 and that burger's $17.50.
Yeah, just give me the just feed me booze.
Yeah, exactly.
As Ryback once said, feed me more. My Rich of the Week is a absolutely disgusting human. A 27-year-old man was arrested after a Kansas babysitter found him hiding under a child's bed, police said. At around 10:30 p.m. Monday, the Barton County Sheriff's Office says the babysitter at her home near Great Bend was putting the child to bed when one of them told her that there was a monster under their bed. We've been here before, right?
Yeah.
As a kid, Mom, there's a monster in the closet. No, there's not. It's your imagination.
Right.
Well, imagination's come to real because of this Richard, who's ruined this kid's life, ruined. The babysitter, hoping to comfort the child by showing them that there was nothing, looked under the bed and came face to face with a man hiding underneath, authorities said. There was an alleged altercation, and the babysitter and the child were knocked over. The man fled from the home before deputies arrived, the sheriff's office said. The man was ultimately identified as someone who used to live at the house but was barred from being there due to a protection from abuse order. The sheriff's office said deputies continued searching for the man into the morning and was found near the home again. And after a short foot pursuit, was taken into custody. Lock him up, leave him in there.
Yeah.
You, sir, are a creep. You're a Richard. You're messing with children. I have no time for you. That is, to me, maybe the Richard of the year.
Yeah, that guy should never see the light of day. And I'm being serious about that. That's not an overreaction. You're hiding, like you have a restraining order from going to a house you used to live in. Now, did you live in it with these people or did you move? And then when you move, you don't go back to the house you moved from. You have sold that to somebody else. Either way, that guy's a loser, and that guy deserves to be behind bars for life.
Because there is nothing worse. I mean, I was a kid, and I remember I used to have like a nightlight on because I was terrified because I went and watched the movie Silence of the Lambs with my parents for some reason.
Well,
So I
that
thought
was that's bad parenting right there.
So I thought Dr. Lecter was somewhere in the house. Well, it's good parenting, but bad parenting, you could say, because like my parents were like, you want to watch it? We're not going to, because I remember when I watched it for the first time.
Well, it gets to the point where you
Tim
just
Curry.
wear down parents and you're just like, fine, whatever you want. I don't care at this point.
Yeah, so I mean, again, like you're hiding under a bed, you're messing with children, you don't belong there, you've been barred from the location, then you went back? Like,
this guy's got a screw loose,
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say, he ain't right. He ain't right.
He's got a screw, a bolt, a washer, all that's loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole head's going to fall off. Put him in jail.
Yeah, literally. Well, that's where he's at.
Yeah, he
and
needs
that's
to
where
stay
he
there.
needs to
There should be
stay.
no allowing this man out.
Because the thing is, what if the babysitter doesn't find him? Right? Then your imagination
Because
gets all
I know
terrifying.
how I would have been, right?
Oh.
I would be like, no, I'm not going up there. There's no monster under your bed.
Right.
You're fine.
Right. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, like, and if I found that guy under my bed, I don't know if he leaves my house alive.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the air, but like, first off, you're intruding in my home. You're hiding under my child's bed. Sir, you may not be able to be identified when they do come find you.
I think you're allowed to beat the hell out of somebody if they're in your house. I think that's protecting yourself.
Yeah, it depends. It has to be self-defense. Get a little crazy there. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, a man under a bed.
Once you're in my house, you're trespassing.
You're trespassing. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And if that babysitter beat the hell out of him with an iron or something, fine.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's justified.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought Kevin McAllister did a thing on Marv and Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, you think the nail in the foot was bad? You think the iron to the head was bad? Oh, dude, baseball bat swinging like I can't stop. I mean, I'd make more contact than Hunter Renfroe did with that guy's face than he did with a baseball yesterday.
That's not that hard.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, like you got the right to beat the hell out of that guy. Like that guy should never, ever, ever be allowed out in public again because he's a menace to society.
not only you break into my house, you're getting close to my children. You're messing with my kids.
Yeah,
I don't even have kids, and I don't like this guy. And I'm terrified. Like, how does that kid sleep for whatever
Forever.
time?
Like, how do you go back in that room if you're that kid? Like, you're having nightmares. You're right when you said that kid's like life is over. That's going to take forever to Hell, if I was an adult and there was a man under my bed, I'd be like, Jen, what the heck?
Yeah.
That ain't Shamar Moore.
What the hell's Kurt Nelson doing here?
Which, by the way, it's funny. If I should go, he takes over the children. That's Jen's replacement for me, right?
It's him or Jonathan India.
Yeah, it could be Jonathan India at this point in time, right? But
you guys want to braid hair tonight? His shorts are the same size as mine.
Yeah. But man, that guy, man. I mean, if I was an adult and I walked into my own house and saw, I'd be scared to death. What are you doing here, Frank?
Somebody said, yeah, that's what shotguns are for, Dusty. No doubt about it. I mean, hey, man.
For real.
If you're in my house and you hear the you better either run or you're going to have a hole in your stomach. Sorry. Don't hide under my kid's bed. You're a Richard. You're a Richard of the Year.
Ugh.
You were that lady that sat on a kid. You're up for, I don't know what the award is. Maybe we can do a Richard of the Year. I don't know. But those people all suck. Even the people that gave you $15. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, the $15 thing. Like,
that's almost worse than the pilot.
It is. But is there anything worse than the airline industry? Because you said, again, something from aviation. Every day there's something with the airline industry being just stupid.
No doubt about it. Coming up, we get back into what was yesterday, which was opening day and what went wrong, but also we could get into what went right here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Monday's the day. I can't wait for Aspen Lawn and Pest Control to come to my house and get their laughs on by looking at my lawn. They are going to die when they see it. They're going to be like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And when they're done laughing, they're going to go, all right, we got this because this is what we do. We're college-educated professionals in making your lawn look awesome. I know I'm not. I've been trying for years. So I'm waving the white flag, and I'm letting Aspen Lawn and Pest Control come over and take control of things. And I can't wait to see what they say on Monday about the lawn. And they're going to get the job done right the first time. When you see those iconic blue trucks all over town, where are they? They're parked in front of the best lawns in Kansas City. And they've been providing award-winning services since 1985. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. Plus, they're veteran-owned. And right now, if you mention this ad, you're going to get up to half off your first application just by saying you heard it right here on 96.5 The Fan. So expect the best. Don't wait. Call them today. Or better yet, just visit aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Heartland Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices to serve you. Heartland Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Ready to shoot your shot? Log into BetMGM and make your picks in our March Matchups 250K Pick'em for your chance to win a share of bonus bets. It's free to play and easy to get started. Just log into your BetMGM account and predict what will happen at different points throughout the college basketball tournament. You'll earn points with every correct answer, which gives you a shot to win a share of bonus bets. Just pick what will happen throughout March Matchups, and if you make enough correct picks, you'll win a share of bonus bets. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time. But you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
Expect mostly sunny skies today with a high of 78.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
Boy, you know it was a tough day for Hunter Rinslow when you got Carrington Harrison sending me a text of a TikTok of what you were saying.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable.
I said, I don't need to watch this. I watched it with my poor naked eyes yesterday.
It looks good.
Carrington stole my nuts yesterday.
I had a boss steal mine one time, too. Last game of Haas and Moose and all them sat down next to me, and the family ate our entire bag of nuts.
And then you spilt your nuts all over Matt Derrick.
I know.
And your coffee.
And my coffee.
I still think that was probably the best part of the Super Bowl when I used his binoculars.
Obviously.
I go, he smelled like coffee.
So I still feel bad to this day. I mean, we're 3 months later now, or 2 months later now. I totally, like Matt Derrick is the nicest human being on earth.
Somebody said on the text line, sorry if you hide in my kid's bed. You aren't walking out alive. Again,
No,
I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. What did you do? I killed that man. Why? He was under my kid's bed. Oh, my God. Why was he under your kid's bed? But I just give the babysitter a lot of credit. I really do.
No doubt.
You actually went up there and solved a problem. And you knew 99.999% of the time a kid says it's a monster, there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That slight percentage chance that it was, and you went up there and
Castle law is somebody's calling that. I think that's like if somebody comes into your house, you have the opportunity to do whatever it is to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard
like
that.
Danger Fortress, basically, yeah.
Knowing my bad luck, Dusty, it's Grandma.
Right.
Oh, no.
No.
You're not allowed to go to... No, that is true, though. I cannot go to any more significant sporting events until I am saged out. And I do a lot of saging in the garage.
We can sage the K again if we need to. But we did that years
ago. No, you need to sage me.
Oh.
It's not the K. The K had nothing to do with it.
Well,
it's the fact that I was there.
It's true. They're going to be moving out of there soon anyway. So
Okay. Give me 1 week without it, please.
Oh, God, if I could tell you some of the stuff I was hearing yesterday, too. But I won't.
Oh, boy.
I won't.
Is that the surprise you couldn't tell?
No. Somebody
Somebody asked, what kind of tip do you leave the babysitter for that situation?
A lot.
You're welcome. You're now a family member.
Yeah.
Like,
Whatever
yeah.
you want to go on a flight to China, here's $15 for the
Hopefully they don't turn around. Oh,
no, I mean,
man.
you take care. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do for that babysitter, right?
Take them to wherever they want to go eat. You let them know that
it's Garden City, Kansas.
I'm sure you can find a nice place there.
Well, IHOP and Applebee's are merging into one building now, so you can take them there to the IHOP-bees.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't tell Mac that.
Yeah, Applebee's
Brioche.
and IHOP are merging into one building now. Yeah. Here's the story.
International House of Bees?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know what to tell you there.
According to reports, two beloved U.S. restaurants will become one in a major update to operations. This means customers can enjoy food from both chains when on site. Applebee's and IHOP are said to be blending brands.
Get some pancakes on the sticky table, go over to the Applebee's side, and then get some ribs on their sticky
Put
table.
that boysenberry syrup all over their riblets.
Wow. Actually, though.
Or what you
Smash.
could do is you could get a stack of pancakes and then you could get an Oreo shake and just pour it on top.
Ah, look at that.
I feel my ankles swelling.
What would be the best Applebee's IHOP combo out there?
I would say you would do like chicken tenders wrapped in pancake batter.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Or
Dipped
just
in honey
chicken
mustard.
tenders just wrapped in pancakes, like pigs in a blanket chicken tender style, and then dip them in syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of good.
It's a lot of sweet and salty. I'm cringing inside.
Ah,
Yeah, you'll get over it.
you'll be fine. Or one of their margaritas, they wring the rag and fill the glass and give you that margarita for $1.
What about a little bang bang shrimp on an omelet? Hey,
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
Does
like that.
Applebee's have bang bang shrimp?
Yeah,
That's
I
where
think so.
That's where I think where it originated. Wasn't
I
it?
thought it started at that Bonefish back in the day.
Oh.
That's where I had it first. I thought it was
They have
strip
the
club.
best bang bang shrimp.
Bonefish.
Bonefish
Oh,
grill.
God, yes.
Great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Do you bang bang after or do you bang bang before?
During.
Oh.
It's that good. Yeah. Smash. Put the shrimp down.
Switch it up real quick. Have a piece of shrimp real quick.
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, it's
You got
fantastic.
a little something on the side of your mouth there.
So IHOP and Applebee's are together in one building now going
That is
forward.
a spicy meatball of a combination.
I didn't go to them when they were in separate buildings. I don't know if being
I
together
think I've
is
been to
gonna look-
IHOP like twice.
Yeah, it's been a minute for
Applebee's
IHOP.
in the 90s, though. 7 Highway and Blue Springs right off I-70. We were there once a week.
Oh, Applebee's in the 90s was great because it was new. It was something different. It was, feeling good in the neighborhood. They had somebody's letter jacket hanging. Like, you felt good going to the Bees.
Class of 95.
And then you realized everything was microwaved and, like, they just, like, kind of just seared the steak a little bit, maybe, to get the lines on it. Did you work at Applebee's ever?
No.
Matt,
Red
did
Robin.
you work at
Nope.
Applebee's? My wife worked at Applebee's, yeah.
Nice.
She did her 15 pieces of flair.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
She worked in one on 95th over there by the mall. I don't even know if that one exists anymore.
Mall Applebee's hit harder than the original Applebee's in an own location. That is a true
I
story.
never got to.
The Mall Applebee's in the Independence Center, every time you went in there, it just hit harder.
I think
don't
the
know what it
last
was.
Applebee's that was like in existence was that Blue Ridge Cutoff Mall or whatever that was over there where Silverstein Eye Centers is now. They tore that mall down. There was an Applebee's in there when the rest of the mall was closed. That thing was still humping because when you would be at the ballpark all the time, there was nothing
still
else to
humping.
go. There was nowhere else to go out there. You ain't going to go to that Subway.
1997, Applebee's was a very, very good date place. Now you take a date there, you're eating alone.
Well, Applebee's used to be a good. You could take people to the Olive Garden back in the day, the Red Lobster.
I would say that 54th Street has taken over as the Applebee's of the modern era.
That's Eastern Jack. You guys are in love with that place out there. I hear good things about it. There's like none. There
Yeah,
used
I
to be
haven't
one
had
out in
one.
Olathe.
Yeah,
but
we
I-
actually voted yes together on 54th Street in Jackson County.
Oh, good. Cool.
Just checking. But yeah, Nathan just texted me. Truest thing you've ever said. Independence Center Applebee's hits so hard. Shout out, Nathan. Let's go around the room. Let's push some P here, right? Positivity. Give me a one positive you saw yesterday in the Royals game.
Vinny Pasquantino. And
Vinny
there's-
P?
Yeah, Vinny P is the big positive of the day. He was great yesterday, man. Like he's Travis Kelce now. I mean, you got your Bobby Witt Jr. being Patrick Mahomes. You got Vinny Pasquantino being your Travis Kelce, and I think that's the way it's got to be. He was fantastic yesterday. He was great.
Like Travis Kelce, he is a ball of light.
Yeah.
Like when they showed his outtake with the Sasquatch on the Crown Vision, I was dying. Like
Yeah.
I thought that was great. That was like, self-deprecating. It was humorous. It was like in the middle of a tense game on opening day, and then here's these outtakes with Vinny and the Sasquatch, and now there's kids dressing up as Sasquatches
Right.
in the stadium. I saw a kid yesterday. He had a Sasquatch outfit on. I was like, I almost want to go to him. Like, you gonna rock that thing in August?
Yeah, see me July, baby.
Mac, did you have a positive thing yesterday?
I mean,
Uniforms.
Yeah, the uniforms were absolutely
The uniforms were great. Not a
incredible.
huge fan of the hat, but the uniforms were great.
I thought they were only going to wear those on Saturday night games.
Yeah, you didn't like the hat.
Not a fan. I think it's ultimately what I didn't like was the logo on the hat. I love the interlocking KC. It's a beautiful logo. And I thought that one on those hats I thought it was going to be only a spring training hat when we saw it down there. But I was like, you like that? It's fine for spring. I think the logo was too small, first of all. And there was just too much going on in the hat. I just love the blue hat with the KC logo on it. I think it's a perfect hat.
Positive would be bullpen minus Zerpa. Thought Hunter Harvey looked good. I mean, he was a really exciting pickup, I felt, last year and wasn't able to contribute due to injury. But I felt like, Isig, Harvey, and Estevez were pretty good.
That's your positive, was those guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tough because I was going to say Estevez was my positive thing. I will say the positivity I saw was the fan base. Biggest crowd since 2017.
Yeah.
39.
Came across on the TV too, man. It seemed hype.
39,000 out there. And also the positive was the fight in that team. That was Clase, who finished third in Cy Young Award last year behind Lugo.
He comes in the ninth. You think it's over.
Oh, I mean, that's what did I tell you guys on yesterday's show? I was like, as long as we don't see Clase, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then we ended up seeing him.
He was
and
class.
all of a sudden,
He was
Class B.
Yeah, he was not the Class A of.
He was Class B.
Yeah,
maybe Class C.
C, maybe.
Because they had
D.
no fear. And I thought that was a positive thing to see. Down by one, going into the ninth inning. Here's Mr. Wade Davis from last year. I think his ERA last year, I want to say, was like 0.61.
I was going to say 0.68 or 0.69. It was so low.
Disgusting.
Yep. Yeah. And then the playoffs happened.
And then this happened. And I went up there and, here we go. What can they do? And everybody's, let's go Royals. Everybody's into it. Everybody's loving it. And then all of a sudden, it's like they went up there and they were hacking. They were not afraid. They were swinging. First pitch, he's going to throw that 97-mile-an-hour cutter. Swing at it. All you got to do is make contact with it. It's going to go. And here we are. And I thought that the fight in that team and the crowd that showed up, that was a positive thing that I saw. Now, Saturday's attendance might be a little bit different.
Of course.
But it's not opening day.
Right.
But it was still nice to see that buzz again, that positivity back in this team. Again, it's one game on a 162-game schedule. They lost that same game last year to the same team last year, and they still won 86 games. So I guess I gave another one there. There wasn't a lot of negativity on our text line today.
That's good.
There was like, the obvious, the Renfro, the Melendez, the Jonathan India people. It's been one game. But
why are people down on him already?
He's a new name, and he had a tough go in the very first inning, right?
He took one off the chest.
Right.
And it was one of the biggest needs for people. Lead off. So then they didn't see him do it.
It's one of those things, man. Give it time. Give it time.
If you're writing off Jonathan India at this point, man, I feel bad
piss
for
Jet
you.
off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Somebody
And me too.
Somebody says, pay Vinny now.
Ooh.
I maybe wait on that.
Yeah, I would kind of wait on that.
Let's see him play a full season.
Right,
Without
let's see him
injuries.
stay healthy. You know what? We also got positive yesterday. We learned something about our team that I didn't know.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider, and Cade Smith makes quick work of the best threesome in the American League with Pasquantino and Perez.
Did you know we had the best threesome in the American League?
I mean, last year it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's Tom Hamilton, the Indians broadcaster.
They had three guys at one point all had 90 RBI.
Yeah.
In the middle of that lineup. And then obviously the devastating blow, which was Vinny Pasquantino in that play at 1st. But yeah, I mean, like I'd rather have the best threesome in the bullpen like they used to have. But yeah, I like Vinny, Sal, and Bobby all together. I imagine if you put Caglione, then you have a foursome.
You would, but it's cool to hear it from somebody else. It's cool to hear it from the other team. It's cool to hear it from somebody that's not biased.
Of the best threesome in the American League with Pasquantino and Perez.
Not mad about it.
No, it's great. So that's a positive from yesterday. Like, that's the heart of a lineup that everybody can want. And, I'm also tired of something. I just need to get it off my chest for a second. Can we stop talking about 7, 8, and 9? Everybody's 7, 8, and 9 in baseball stinks. And, Denny Matthews for years used to talk about expansion. And he goes, there's not enough good pitchers now to fill the teams we have now. Why do we need to expand? It's more than just the pitchers in Major League Baseball right now. There's not enough good players that are Major League Baseball players anymore. And so people want to talk about expansion. We should be talking about contraction more than anything. And I know they won't go there because, the money, blah, blah, blah. But 7, 8, 9, and every time I turn on a baseball broadcast, no matter who it is, there's conversation. Oh, if our 7, 8, 9 was just better. Everybody 7, 8, 9 is terrible these days.
Somebody from 816 says you're supposed to act like a hockey goalie at the hot corner sometimes. He'll be just fine.
You stand there and take that shot off the chest.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's supporting it.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying to the people who aren't, like, that was a bullet down
If he
there.
doesn't knock that down, those runners go to third and second.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a different inning. And
Yeah.
what is he supposed to do on that little dribbler? The guy just
You're supposed to let it go foul.
Right.
And then as soon as it touches the foul, hit it as hard as you can to the foul territory.
Right.
And it just didn't. It just knuckled all the way down.
That ain't his fault.
Yeah,
that's just a terrible way to start a game.
Yeah, this is just baseball for you right
Yeah.
there. But no, and then obviously we can get into the negativities that we saw yesterday. Again, it's one game, and I know we've given Hunter Renfroe a hard time, but look, it's merited. That was not a good performance in one game. And I understand that there are, overreactions to one game of a 162-game schedule, but it wasn't like he made one bad play. Like Kyle Isbell made one bad play.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was a very costly, big-time, eighth-inning, big bad play.
You can't be making those plays on the Royals right now. There's not enough to cover up for that.
But it was sad to see that arm, because that's the thing is, like, some people can say, oh yeah, his speed's a little down or his whatever's a little down, but like the arm, like it almost gave me like Peyton Manning vibes from 2015 when it was like he can't throw the 25-yard pass anymore.
Yeah.
Like there was a play that was in shallow right, and the Caglione guy goes out there, talks to Speck, talks to Gold, Drew. And Gold's like, yeah, it's a pretty good point that he couldn't throw the guy out at home or couldn't get even close to home plate when he was a shallow pop fly to right field. It's like, if that's there, then like you can't bring that back. Like that's just something that's either gone or it's just not happening again. Because again, last year he had a hose. That's what we remember. Hunter Renfroe had a hose in right field. Maybe he just had a bad grip on the ball. Maybe he was trying to overthink it because it was opening day and the buzz and the moment gets too big. But again, he's a pro. He's a veteran in the league. Like that shouldn't happen there. Right. And he looked very out of place yesterday in right field.
Who should be more concerned right now? Royals fans with Hunter Renfroe or Cleveland fans with Class A?
I'd love to hear Cleveland radio today about Class A, because that was that wasn't like the heart of the lineup that he was facing,
Right.
was it?
He spit the bit in the playoffs. And you could say, okay, the playoffs, I get all that. Fine, whatever the case may be. Now here's your first opportunity since you were terrible in the postseason to show what you can do on opening day, and you go in there on opening day and you don't get the job done. Like I think in Cleveland right now, they're looking around going, what are we going to do about a closer? But a closer is like a running back, right? This is what happens. He pitched one inning, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and had 1 strikeout. His ERA is 9. And so I think when you're a closer, you're like a running back. The wheels fall off overnight. You don't see it. Wade Davis had it happen to him. The Royals got out at Wade Davis at the right time.
Well, once he won the World Series in Chicago, after that, it was like he went, I think, to Colorado, and it just kind of,
didn't they trade him to Chicago for Soler?
That's what I'm saying. He went to Chicago. Then after Chicago, he went to Colorado,
Chicago,
and it was like, this isn't Wade Davis. This is Dade Wavis.
Yeah,
like
right.
this is not the same guy. What happened to the other Wade Davis? Like, well, it's over.
Yeah.
Like you look at guys in the past, Mark Wohlers, John Wetland.
That was Pasquantino doubled, and then Perez singled off a Class A. Yeah,
and Pasquantino roped that down the line. That was a very, very hard hit ball down the line.
So you gave up a double to Vinny. You gave up a single to Salvi.
That's right.
Then Massey hits the sac fly, and then you got Renfroe. And
because somebody had asked earlier, like, why didn't they pinch hit or pinch run for Salvi? They didn't have anybody at the time. They went all in for it, and they blew it in the
pinch ran Fermin for Pasquantino. So that was
And then and so then you ran out of options.
Yeah.
And then the 8th inning blunder that we had Denny Matthews very well describe. Which was...
In comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball third. Runner's going to try to score. The runner at third, Blanco's caught in a rundown. And now they are able to tag him out. And the runner to second is caught between second and third. And racing back towards second out there. And then they tag
Good thing we didn't
the
hear
runner
that.
who came back from first base. And the Royals really botched that.
I think Mac was using his dude wipes, but there was some positivity in this.
The 1-1 pitch. Pasquantino hits it high in the air, deep to right field. Noel's back onto the track, at the fence. It's out of here. Vinny Pasquantino hits a 3-run homer for the Royals' first runs of 2025.
Judging by that call, you'd have thought they won the World Series.
And the Royals really botched that.
Now the highlights are on TV.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, look, it's one game. They're going to be just fine. but I'm proud of the text line. I'm proud of the listeners today. Nobody's saying, what are we doing? This team's not what you guys said they were going to be. This team, and again, the only concern I had yesterday, and I think it was consensus between everybody I was sitting next to, was Zerpa comes out in a high leverage situation, 2-run homer.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Lucas Irsig there because we've talked about it. He's not a traditional closer. He's a fireman. He's there to put the fire out. Cole Reagans went back out for the 6th. He did not get the guy out. They pulled him 83 pitches, which I thought was fine. They're not going to pitch that much in the first couple of starts. Once they get into April, mid-April, June, really, they'll start getting that pitch count up. But I would have liked to seen Lucas Irsig there. Again, I'm not the manager. He knows way more than I do. And look, Zerpa, what they thought is their high leverage guy, but I just think it's funny how much we skew these spring training stats. Whereas Zerpa was one of the best pitchers in spring training this year. Jonathan India hit the ball crazy. MJ Melendez looked great in this spring training. Jack Caglione, don't overrate his stats. It's spring. Let's have it we can't have it both ways because Angel Zerpa came out there and it looked like Angel Zerpa from 2024.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned with him. I'm more concerned with Hunter Renfroe because he looked old. And that's my biggest concern. You can fix Zerpa, right? Okay, fine. He made a few bad pitches, put your arm slot differently and get after it, right? You can't fix old. Once you hit that age of demarcation, you're done. And that's kind of how I felt with Hunter Renfroe yesterday. Hunter Renfroe looked like a guy yesterday who may come to the realization himself that his career is potentially over. And that's fine. I mean, it happens. Everybody gets old. Everybody ages out of sports, right? Some like us, it happens in high school. Others, it happens when you're in your 30s and you've made millions in Major League Baseball. Doesn't discredit from the career that he had. But I was more concerned with that because I think there can be options. You can fix your bullpen. We saw JJ do a masterful job last year in fixing the bullpen, right? I have no doubts that they can fix the bullpen if something's wrong. Where are you going to get one or maybe two new outfielders to fix, the outfield problem? Because they did try and they didn't get the job done, obviously, with Santander. He went on to Toronto. But that's my biggest concern is that you got a guy in right field that looks like he's closer to the softball on Sundays than he is Major League Baseball on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a concern. I mean, just the analogy that I give it is that we saw Peyton Manning's arm fall off in 2015.
It happens.
And then those two plays, I was like, that's not there. That's just not the arm that I saw last year even.
Right.
I mean, and I know that he had that arm last year. And I'm not concerned with Cole Reagans. I'm really not.
No.
I think after that first inning, he battled back and got out of that inning. I know he threw 24 pitches, not ideal. But I'm not concerned with Cole Reagans. I think he still will be one of the top Cy Young candidates this year. Yes, you can say that I'm high. I've yet to be in the garage, but I am not concerned with Cole Reagans. Not at all. And someone asked, did Hunter Renfroe look like that in spring training?
Not really. I mean, I don't remember.
From the 816, we did it 0-1, and we are still on our best behavior. Way to go, Kansas City.
I know everybody was on their best behavior because I didn't get a text from Vern last night going, you got to play this phone call. When that happens, when Vern's texting, you got to play this phone call, I know it kind of went haywire on the night before. Some uniform news. The Tennessee Titans will no longer be wearing the Houston Oilers throwbacks.
Why?
Who the hell knows? Because it was good.
Somebody goes... They took Reagans out after 5 1/4 innings. No, he went 5 innings. He did not go a quarter. So sorry to stat check you, but yeah, it was 5 innings. They took him out in the one batter faced him in the 6th. You have to get an out to get a quarter.
A third.
And it's a third, by the way.
It's a third,
so,
yeah.
Thanks, Coach. I don't know, man. I'm not mad about it. I'm not worried about the starting pitcher. I'm not worried about your ace. And the good thing is that you get basically a second ace coming back on Saturday, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see the guy patch stop the bleeding out and just keep going. So I mean,
Stephen A. Smith had Nolan Richardson dead too.
Oh,
he's having a week.
Stephen A. Boy, just take the day.
Yeah,
take a week off.
Yeah, I apologize. I know he's alive. But see, here's the thing. Don't panic about yesterday. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just
and
it's
nobody,
one
I don't think
game.
anybody really is.
If that game happens on Tuesday in May, nobody cares. It's a baseball game.
Right.
But it's opening day and it's magnified, and I get all that. Pretend that was a Tuesday in May. It happens. You lose. You move on. You're going to win 50. You're going to lose 50. It's what you do with the other 62 that matter.
I thought they played 162. Got a new friend on the text line for me, 785. Time to call up Cags. Please don't tease me. Coming up on the other side, we wrap this show up and we get to our can of corn on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
What the hell's wrong with your station?
On Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Now, your big ideas don't have to wait. They have everything they need to come to life because Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. A technology that loves expanding your business and evolving your passion. We push what technology can do so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Bring spring to your door with Target Circle 360. Get all you need for Easter hosting, spring get-togethers, and more with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. From Easter basket goodies to fresh florals, getting everything the same day is easy. Open the Target app and bring the magic of the season to your door with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. Visit target.com/circle or the Target app for more details. Subscription required. Same-day delivery is subject to terms. Applies to orders over $35.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Ready to shoot your shot? Log into BetMGM and make your picks in our March Matchups 250K Pick'em for your chance to win a share of bonus bets. It's free to play and easy to get started. Just log into your BetMGM account and predict what will happen at different points throughout the college basketball tournament. You'll earn points with every correct answer, which gives you a shot to win a share of bonus bets. Just pick what will happen throughout March Matchups, and if you make enough correct picks, you'll win a share of bonus bets. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to have a beautiful lawn all year long? GrassPad's idiot-proof lawn program is designed to create a healthy, weed-free lawn at an affordable cost.
The Grass Pat's high on grass.
Will new tariffs impact small businesses? Rising costs and economic uncertainty can hurt your bottom line. But with Swish Funding, your business can stay strong. We offer fast, flexible funding solutions from $10,000 to $2 million for working capital, cash flow, and more, and as little as 24 hours with no collateral needed. If your business earns at least $50,000 per month and has been around for over a year, you could qualify today. Go to swishradio.com and use code RADIO. Swishradio.com, code RADIO.
Diving right back in it on Fescoe and Dusty. Bob's had enough. He's out, Mac. It's back to what it was 2 weeks ago. Just you and I.
Sounds good.
That's right. A huge positive from opening day listening on FM radio. That was awesome. Let's go Royals. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So what? We're taking Tennessee tonight over Kentucky. We're taking Ole
100%.
Miss over Michigan State. Yay or nay?
Yeah. Dude, if you told me that we're doing that, then I'll do it with you. But if you told me, hey, we're riding with Tom Izzo, he's going to make his 10th Final Four in the next 2 weeks.
Slay said take Michigan State on the money line, right?
He did, but he said that's also the one game that he's iffy on.
Yeah. So tonight, college basketball, there are 4 more games to conclude the Sweet 16. 2 teams have already punched their ticket to, 4 teams have punched their team to the Elite 8. Tonight, it starts off Ole Miss, Michigan State. That's at 6:09 start, right? That's a good one. That's going to be...
so right when we get to Hollywood.
Yeah, baby. So Ole Miss at Michigan State. Ole Miss versus Michigan State. Michigan State hanging 3.5. I'm not sure what to do with that one yet. Kentucky, Tennessee. I think this is like Ron Slay said earlier, like you can't beat a team 3 times every time. And Kentucky shot lights out, shot the leather off the basketball against Tennessee.
Yes.
Michigan, Auburn, that's a tough one, but he really talked me into being Auburn supporter.
Yeah, I'm an Auburn. Yeah, I'm Auburn on that
they're just
for sure.
deep. They're better.
Yep.
They're always
They're
showing
better
up when they
coached.
need to.
Yep.
Purdue and Houston. That's another one. I think we just keep riding with Houston.
He said even if Zach Edey's back, he's taking Houston.
Right. Which Zach Edey hit that shot. Somebody's asking, what's your early pick for Florida, Texas Tech? Dude, Florida's just so
Florida's
good.
great, man. Yeah, I'm taking Florida.
Are we going to get all 4 number 1 seeds in the national championship?
Jay Billis may have been right. Jay Billis said that. I was crapping on him. This never happens, Jay. Come on.
Are you opposed to all 4 number 1 seeds being in the Final Four?
Yes, because Tennessee wouldn't make it.
Well, yes.
Well, let's take Tennessee out of the equation. But like when we had in 08 all 4 number 1 seeds in, I think that was a pretty good Final Four,
yeah, I
right?
think it's fantastic.
Is that the last time it's happened?
It's only happened.
The only time it's happened. Yeah, I knew it was a first. I didn't know if it happened again.
But how awesome was it because one of the representatives was Kansas?
Yeah, it makes it better. Yeah, absolutely. Like if Kansas was a 1 seed or Missouri was a 1 seed and they were playing absolutely it'd be a lot better than, watching some of the teams you don't care about play, right? I mean, it would be much better if we had a local team, no doubt about it. But I mean, if you get all number 1 seeds in there, they earned it. And that's kind of what you want in the Final Four. You don't want to watch a Final Four with teams you just don't know and don't care about.
Absolutely.
Because that would be, if I'm mistaken, would it be on one side would be Florida versus Auburn, and that side, and the other one would be Duke versus Houston? Is that right?
Yeah, it would be. Yes.
Because if Tennessee wants to get to the Final Four, they got to beat Houston.
They got to beat Houston.
Yeah.
Yep. Kentucky, and then, they'll have to beat Houston.
That's a tough go.
Yeah, it is.
I think they're beating Kentucky tonight.
I think they are, too. They're not going to lose to them 3 times. Ron Slay mentioned they got Jemai Mashak, the defensive player of the year. I know, right? They got the defensive player of the year in Tennessee and Jemai Mashak. Kentucky had one who was the runner-up. They've been jawing at each other. They've been talking. The smack's running. It's going to be awesome tonight. But Tennessee's going to get the dub.
Is the best name in college basketball, does he play for Arkansas or was it for Texas Tech or Alabama? Is it Youngblood?
Youngblood. Isn't
Youngblood.
I think that's Arkansas.
Get out of my mind.
Okay. Somebody asked what time does the event start tonight? 6 o'clock. Hollywood Casino, Royals Roundtable with Vern, Massey, and Isbell.
You get there before 6 and Speck will hand out $100 bills to everybody. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say.
Yeah, you like, what?
Okay. I mean,
I'll be there early.
You serious, Clark?
I know payday was today, but if Speck's going to have a payday as well, let's go.
I just asked him. I said, are they going to give us each $100 to gamble with?
He just
started
laughed.
laughing. He did. He actually laughed. Yeah, he showed a human side.
Wow.
He does smile.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so tonight, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 to 7:30, Royals Roundtable with Josh Vernier at Hollywood Casino with Kyle Isbell, Michael Massey. Vernier said there could be other Royals in attendance since they are off today.
Ooh, nice. Massey was good yesterday, too.
Massey was good.
I thought Massey was really nice yesterday.
No, we tried to get him on today. He was hanging out with the kids, hanging out with the family on his off day, but we'll try and get him on here at some point.
Massey kind of does have a low-key important role.
If he stays healthy, man, this lineup just becomes that much longer, too.
He's your 5th guy.
Yeah, he's your guy. I mean, then you got a solid guy at second. Then you don't have to worry about moving India around. He can play third and be your third baseman. And then Garcia can be your super sub, man. He can go out in the outfield and play. He can play in the infield. Like, Massey staying healthy is a big key for this team this year. Vinny staying healthy is the biggest key for this team this year. Those 2 guys, if they stay healthy, I mean, what's going to stop these guys, right? I mean, they're going to do good things. Just because you lose one doesn't make all the hill in the world difference, you know? You used to tell me earlier about Paul Skeens. I didn't get an opportunity to look at what he did yesterday because I was caught up in 85 other things yesterday. Be like, he only struck out 7.
No doubt about it.
That Alcantara pitch you sent me yesterday, though, was – I don't know that I've seen a ball dance like that ever, brother. Like, I mean, that thing, like, literally just darting all over the strike. I was like, whoa.
Right. Youngblood is on Alabama, according to JT Noah,
Gotcha.
my college basketball source. So shout out to JT Noah.
Shout out.
Youngblood, Alabama. So, we'll see. I don't know. But let's get to our can of corn this weekend here on Fescoe and Dusty. Bob, why don't you take the reins?
Our Mark can of corn,
That's
are we
right.
doing it? I kind of like him being on the thing, kind of like what we're doing easy this weekend, right, with the can of corn. And for me this weekend, I'm just going to binge baseball, man. This is my wheelhouse right now. Baseball's on, the sun's out, the outside is going to be opened up, everybody's going to be doing their thing. For me, it's binging baseball. That's what I'm going to do, man. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Blackjack table tonight. That's going to be easy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go down there.
And in 10 minutes, you'll tell me.
Exactly. You're either going to see me with a smile on my face. You're going to see me with a smile on my face, or you're going to see me with an absolute sad face.
Yeah.
I mean, blackjack, I like it. It's instant results.
It's fun. Yeah, I
You
love
either
that.
know or you don't know.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah. So I mean,
Except
that's,
when you have a 20 and the dealer gets 21. You know, it's like those suck. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, take $100. My strategy is take $100 to the table, put $50 on your first hand. You'll know exactly where you're going after that. Because then you either try to get your money back and you don't, or you do, and then you start playing smart. Either way.
Yeah,
because I don't know how to play craps. I don't know how to play.
You bet the come line.
I don't know how to play baccarat. I mean, I've been watching it, but it doesn't mean I know anything about it.
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, you play. Yeah, I mean, you play the dealer, you play the player, the red or the blue.
Spec said he'd play craps with someone, so I was like,
Well,
if you
go
teach
play.
me.
Yeah, it's when you play. It's hard to sit here and explain how to play craps because I couldn't do that. But when you're at the table, it's just
Yeah,
you know,
Spec and
everything's
Gold were
going
talking about it. They're
on.
like, just watch.
Yeah, you
You'll
watch
figure it
and you
out.
figure it out real fast.
Yeah.
You figure it out real fast. Bet the field.
Yeah.
You know, bet the 4 and the 8. I think is you're supposed to bet a lot too. So
Because I know baccarat, the best hand you can get is 9. Because everything is second digit scoring. So if you
I'm
get,
out.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
So like if your first card is a 4, your next one is a 5, you're golden.
Okay.
But if you get like a 5 and then you get a king, it's 5 or that's it. You have 5 and you go against the red or the blue.
Okay.
So I've been watching it a lot. I don't know if able to do
it's
it.
over
but
my head.
It's the James Bond game. You got to go with the shoe. So
Oh, well, then you have to know it. Yeah, come on.
well, I mean,
it's
just
hard.
because he always wins doesn't mean it's true.
Right? And then you get one of those fast dealers. They're like, all right. That's when you're winning. They bring in the fast dealer. 7 and 6 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Sir, do you want to hit or not? I'm counting.
Yeah, my dad and fiance Hannah will be there tonight, so it'll be cool. So he'll get to meet you guys. My dad's in town from Nashville, so it'll be good.
His pleasure, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, right? He's
Big night. Come meet Bob and Dusty. Ass.
Come meet my work dad. He's like, all right, sounds good.
Right.
So now it'll be cool. And Hannah's never been to a casino, so it'll be fun.
Ever?
Never.
Damn.
Never been to a casino.
Do they not have them in Tennessee?
No.
Bible Belt down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, she's never done it. So I'll teach her how to play blackjack. Hang out, it'll be fun.
What kind of fun do they have in Tennessee? I'm assuming it's not a legal state, right? So you got no casino, no legalization, a lot of whiskey.
A lot of whiskey. A lot of good music.
A lot of bootlegging.
A lot of dancing.
How many people in Nashville make their own whiskey in their bathtub?
I think it's moonshine.
Yeah,
most people do that. They make that like most people have 2 bathrooms in Tennessee,
course,
one for
yes,
making
one for-
whiskey and one for bathing.
Well, the bathing, yeah.
Well,
more
yeah,
so
there's
the whiskey,
South,
but yeah.
So every 2-bedroom house is a whiskey distillery and a moonshine
That's
distillery.
exactly right. Yeah.
Boy, I have really pissed somebody off on the text line.
That's all right. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Hey, Wolf Nuts, the clown tool. Keep my name out of your effing mouth. Signed, Richard. I guess he's mad about my Rich of the Week because of what I chose.
My friend Richard, who I work out with at the J, he looked at me the other day. He goes, "I'm Richard, but I'm not that Richard."
Yeah,
that's good.
That is great.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, I got
love
you.
that.
Yeah.
I think I brought it up to you last week, Dusty, when we were with Rob at Jefferson's. My mom texted me. She was like, "You guys have a Richard of the Week. You should have do something nice for someone of the week or whatever." We come up with the name of it because Dusty always ends the show do something nice for someone.
Right.
Yeah.
But those stories aren't out there like these
Yeah, it's
Richard
true.
stories are.
It's
You
true.
know,
People
like,
don't retweet and share the. Yeah.
Oh, somebody did something nice. Cool.
Yeah, no
somebody
one
hid
cares.
under a bed and pretended they were a monster. Forget about it.
Can't bring that up. Can't bring that up. The guy's pissed off.
I don't really care about that guy, quite honestly.
Yeah, apparently this guy is pissed. Pissed. Keep my name out of your mouth?
Don't let it affect you, Dusty.
Oh, it doesn't
Seriously.
affect me, but I mean, just don't be threatening. Like, don't threaten somebody's life on the radio.
that's crazy.
Golly. Jeez.
Just think about how sad that human is.
Yeah.
He was probably the guy under the bed.
Check the YouTube feed, man. Okay.
The YouTube feed. Did you mention somebody's name on the air?
I didn't say anything. I brought up a story about a guy who was an
Did you give me that
absolute
phone number? I'll look it up for you there,
Yeah, let's
Dusty.
look it up.
Oh, yeah, I can give it to you.
Well, we've been talking crap on Richard all day, so I get why he's mad. But
Yeah. I hope you go do something nice for somebody, buddy. I hope you find peace in your day. Because, I mean, threatening people on the text line is not something you should do. But it is a Friday. It is a fabulous Friday. We'll see you at Hollywood Casino from 6 to 7:30 with the Royals Roundtable. Vern, Massey, Isbell. And again, go do something nice for somebody today. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay safe, stay kind, and enjoy Binkley and Gold and Drew from 10 to 2.